Whichever path I walk, I remain in the House of Spiders. No matter where I go, I remain at the very heart of the spider web. Yep.
When I was young and old.
And old.
No, it's like you keep beatboxing. When I was young and old. I used to do and it's like it's you know in Nintendo 64 game soundtracks when they have club remixes of the songs?
Yes.
It's like that. It's like that but for Saikai.
It's like, have you heard the Moonchild title theme that was going around the internet constantly a month or so ago?
No, I haven't.
It just is a title theme for an unreleased game, which just keeps going. It's Moonchild, whoa, you have the power to be his friend. It's Moonchild. Also, it has the spoken word line, which I have not been able to stop thinking about. It's the beginning of a new and wait, hold on. It's the beginning of a new and exciting story.
It sure is. That's me when I start recording a new episode of the podcast. It's the beginning of a new and exciting story.
I think I still have that wrong, but someone will correct me.
It's fine. Nobody cares. Are you ready for a special intro? As usual, I just sort of expect you to improv, but I'm sure you'll do great, sweetie.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. Hopefully I don't do a bad job, because I didn't actually write out a full script for this. I just wrote out an outline. I was like, I can figure it out. Dear listener, allow me to regale you with the tale of the Hell Numbers. In the time of Emperor Kagehime, revered by all her subjects, who would dare do anything for but a glance of her lovely feet, there was in her palace a reviled but talented numberer by the name of Yashahide. Though Yashahide was known for such feats as comparing a noble woman's appeal to that of a harlot, or painting the 7 faces of the Buddha in the 7 numbers of the Kinzi, each one more horrifically homosexual than the last, or sitting before a decaying corpse to see if the stages of that same decay might lower its cute scale. There was one thing that Yashahide loved more than any other: their charming and gentle podcast partner, I.S.Y.S.W.A.S.F.H.S.S. Once, after assigning numbers to all of the members of her court, Emperor Kagehime offered Yashahide one favor, and all they asked for was that the dear emperor please not step on their beloved podcast partner. A request to which the emperor was quite unhappy with. One day, her lordship asked Yashahide to give numbers to every denizen of hell, to which Yashahide humbly obliged. They retreated to a studio in the mountain for research, tying up an assistant in cold chains to see if the writhing of their purple skin might affect their cute score, or attacking an assistant with an owl to see how that might change their appeal, or the owls. But after months of contemplation, Yashahide began to stall and was often found muttering across the studio, pacing across the studio, muttering, is it a 2 or a 4? Because it's definitely not a 3. And so they went to Emperor Kagehime, knelt before her, and made a humble request.
Oh, that's when okay. Well, first of all, I'm Yashahide. Second of all, my only request, so that I might assign numbers to all of the denizens of hell, is that I be able to see a gacha game character placed in an animated outfit. That's it.
Emperor Kagehime folded her legs and gave a cruel smile and went, oh ho ho ho. Your wish will be fulfilled. Days later, Yashahide, of course, found themselves ascending the steps to the Mahjong Soul Shrine, where at the top, a maiden in the most beautiful and most egregiously tweened animated outfit was standing there, her face concealed. And then somehow, she caught on fire. And,
Fuck.
and as she burned...
That's not even what I asked for!
And as she burned, her fan dropped to the ground, and it was revealed to be Ash's beloved podcast partner, Ivia. And as she burned to death, she gave a wailing cry. Our art is by Rye Garden, and our music is by Sueños Electrónicos.
It would have been a terrible enough fate for Ivia to just be stuck in sort of live 2D hell forever. But she also caught on fire.
Yeah. And then you did it, and then you numbered all the denizens of hell, and then you just got May. You just got May to be your new co-host.
Well, that's I was gonna say, is this why I wasn't in the demonic mahjong episodes?
Yeah, because you were in hell.
Because I was in hell?
Yeah, the lore finally comes together. That's why you were in hell.
I see. They put me in hell for consigning my podcast co-host to live 2D, and then some kind of Ivy simulacrum, and May had to do the podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, you can find us on Tumblr and fucking, I almost said Instagram. It's not true.
You can't. You can find us on Tumblr at soul-bates-podcast.
Yeah, you can support the show on Ko-Fi. You can also support Ash on Ko-Fi. You can find it places, give it a 5-star review. It's all in the episode description. It's in the episode
description. Also, you probably listened to the last one.
Yeah, this is an episode 2. What are you doing here? Hello, Ash. How's it going? It's episode 2.
Hello, Ivy.
Sorry, it's episode B.
I'm doing pretty good. It's episode B. It's side B. It's S2E9B.
Correct.
Soon to be followed up by S2E9.5. And then S2E9.5-2.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
This shit sucks.
Nonetheless,
sometimes I just remember how we do the podcast because I had to explain it to like 5 people in my life recently who were asking me what my podcast was. And they were like, "Oh, where should I start?" I was like, "Well, the season 1."
Well, you should really start in season 2, episode 8.5.
Yeah.
Which is a story. It's a standalone.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just explain our sort of egregious process first, so you know what you're getting into.
I'm really excited for Ryoshu too. We have a lot of good Ryoshus lined up. This is like where the art starts to get good, and
which is crazy because I feel like we didn't have that many bad things to say about the ones in the last episode.
Yeah, this is where the art starts getting sort of conventionally good, like in the game overall. But I think this is also where the art starts getting kind of like excessively blurry and motion line-y.
Yeah.
This is where
which
the
is getting
compositions
worse as we speak.
Get like needlessly cluttered and complicated. But I feel like this, to memory, this does not happen to Ryoshu as much, and so I think it's mostly going to be smooth sailing in this episode. I mean, we'll see.
I think just from a quick glance at all of the Up-Tai ones we have to cover this time, I see nothing to like that I immediately know is going to be rough. I can think of maybe like 2 or 3 of these that get worse in the Up-Tai 3. But generally speaking, it's still pretty good.
It's Ryoshu. We love looking at Ryoshu.
It's fucking Ryoshu. I didn't realize, I put this in the Tumblr posts for the last episode. I didn't realize, like, I'd never actually thought about it before, how much of Ryoshu's art is like markedly better than the rest of the cast.
Yeah.
Which is like crazy.
I've known this for a long time because I spend a lot of time looking at Ryoshu. Like a lot of time.
I haven't spent enough time looking at Ryoshu.
Like a lot of time. So let's do more of it. Should we just get right into it?
Yeah, we're starting with District 20 Yuradivi Ryoshu, our last 0-0 of the bunch. One day they'll get back to them. They won't.
Question mark? I mean, they're like necessary for how the gacha to function, but I guess they're just like, we have enough.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, there's reasons for this. It's just like they're bad reasons.
Whatever. Anyway, in this one, she's at the market.
It's 5 screws.
It's 5 screws.
You can see by the fact that I'm holding up 5 fingers.
How do we feel about this comical speech bubble?
It's such a choice. I mean, I like it. I feel like it, first of all, this scene doesn't actually function that well without it. But I like it. It's just like the style of it really fascinates me. These sharp lines that they have intersecting each other are so strange.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think that I think that it needs to exist because they want to do a stupid specific thing where I think if the speech bubble wasn't there, it would still like read eventually. Like you could be like, oh, she's bartering with screws and he doesn't want to take her screws. But it would it would read like she's trying to buy this pack of cigarettes. This pack of Eurodivvy branded cigarettes that has a gear
Yeah,
smoking a
it's
cigarette
really
on it. It's
awesome.
really good. The gear looks like a cartoon duck.
I never
Like,
noticed the gear smoking the
yeah,
cigarette.
the
That's
gear's
so
smoking the cigarette.
fucking
It's really
funny.
good. They even the
Also, it makes
boxes.
total sense for your fucking Marxist commune to have its own branded cigarettes.
Yeah, of course.
This is what
Um,
happens.
even the boxes have the little logo in white, like the
Yeah.
individual boxes. Um, but they want to do this really specific thing where she's trying to get her radio fixed, and they're like, "Well, so now he has to
I have to fix
say
your. I can fix your radio, but I
radio."
have to do it for 5 screws.
He does like again. I think it's fine. Um, it's like it is an odd thing to have in a piece of gotcha game art, and it does make him look like a sort of Nintendo 64 NPC. Um,
He is.
Nonetheless, I think that she looks great.
She looks really
Importantly,
good. I was gonna note that I like that her eyes are still like they're not actually red because it's T Corp, but I like that they are still noticeably
yeah,
red
they're
in the
really
way that they are sepia
yeah, they're
toned.
really like saturated within this sepia. And I feel like this
Uh-huh.
is one of the few images where the brown scale, shall we say, actually
Yeah.
looks okay. Um,
Yeah.
like she's
I feel that way about the Eurodivi ID arts is like because if you haven't played Limbus Company, which is true of some people who are listening to this, um, the first of all, there are no colors in T Corp. Second of all, unless you pay for them. Second of all, when they first tried to apply this filter in game, it looked terrible. It looked just
it's
like
so orange.
orange
So
as fuck.
orange.
So fucking orange. And this is more like the orange than it is like the filter they eventually ended up with, which is a lot more gray. Um, but like it doesn't look like searingly orange, so it's
No.
fine. Also,
And
it looks like it was made with this color scheme in mind rather than it just being a filter applied after the fact, which is very important.
yeah, but I feel like I feel like what sort of helps is that this jacket feels like it would naturally, most of her outfit feels like it would naturally be this color. And so
Hmm.
the little like color discrepancies in like her eyes and the cigarette don't feel, it doesn't feel like like an outfit that is not supposed to be brown. She's,
Hmm.
she's like a working woman. She's got a brown coat. She's got a white scarf. She's got a dark brown
She's got
hat,
a
and so
gray
she's brown.
flat cap, yeah.
Yeah. And it looks good. And I feel like there's just a lot of details in this. One, I like, this jacket is rendered very nicely. These very sort of like
Hmm.
classical sort of oil painting shading that they're doing on it looks very nice.
Also, I know exactly what it feels like to touch.
Yeah, totally. It's like, it's like one of those leather jackets where the leather is like a little bit thin. Um,
Hmm.
but I feel like I really like how they draw her body. Like she
Hmm.
feels sort of nice and chunky, in a
Yeah.
way that you sort of don't get a lot in gotcha games. She has nice wide shoulders, a nice sort of chunky, like thick chest in a sort of
It also
musculature
helps that
way.
she's like tucked her chin slightly into her scarf here,
Mm-hmm.
and so she's a lot more like bunched up than she otherwise would be. Also, you know, sometimes you don't know what you need until they give it to you, and apparently what I needed was Ryoshu in a flat cap, like a
It
little
looks good.
Victorian orphan
I
boy.
was gonna say something about how the flat cap like frames her hair is really nice. Like the
It's
edge of the
really
flat
good.
cap and then the edge of her fringe, like just below it, looks really nice.
Hmm.
Like there's layers of like the cap and then the hair and then the face and then the eyes.
And
Um,
the shadow that it casts on her face looks really natural and like fits with her
yeah,
expression and with the scene really
yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. It does such a great job of like they get to do the sort of like anime eyeshadow thing well without making it
Hmm.
feel unnatural. Um and it looks really nice. She just looks great. Like it's very simple, but she looks
Hmm.
just like a fantastically like rendered like working woman. I don't know what to tell you.
Can I just say it's really funny to look at this image of Ryoshu and be like, she looks great, and then look at her face and she's like, gonna fucking get you.
Fucking kill you.
And it's not even in like a sexy way. She's just mad.
She is like, yeah, she is like not actually emoting very much, but it does do a lot with a little. Like the fact that
Mm-hmm.
she's so stiff, like tells you a lot about like how she approaches this social interaction, because people in the
Mm-hmm.
background are not as stiff as her, and so it reads as an intentional choice. Um, the like, yeah, the shadow, the ba 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 ba. She just looks good.
Also, I think it's really funny for a little Victorian orphan boy to be carrying a giant odachi.
Yeah, no. Also, this is like the first time they've like rendered this sword handle good.
Like like in a real
Like it
way.
looks like it is made of like a piece of wood with wraps of cloth around it, like knotted,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it is. Also, this
Sword check looks weird, but like in a good way.
yeah. Sorry, I feel like I'm babbling too much. Um, but
But we
this
can. Oh
this
wait, no, I have to do the fucking minigame.
yeah, you have to
Shit.
do the minigame. Um,
Shit.
this background looks really nice. This is a very like real place. It's like we
Mm-hmm.
got the door, we got the dice. Everyone in the background like looks good. The Hong Lu is clearly Hong Lu.
That's
It's like
Honglu,
a
baby.
very physical space with clear dimensions. It's good. It's just a really nice little painting.
Never happen again. They'll
They,
never make another 0-0.
uh-huh,
So they'll never have occasion to make a guy that mostly looks normal.
uh-huh,
Anyway, I think in this one she looks like a little Victorian orphan boy,
uh-huh,
which isn't very mommy.
uh-huh.
Um, if you haven't listened to the first of these two episodes, you are crazy. Um,
Mommy numbers are happening. Numbers
mommy
for
numbers are
mommy.
happening. But she is working for a living, so I'm gonna give it a 1.
Okay, hang on, let me write this down. Euro is a 1. Ash 1. Okay. On to the
On to the upside 3.
oopty.
On to the oopty.
And in this one, this image is like fine.
Mm-hmm.
Most more or less. It's fine.
It actually has more to it than I gave it credit for the first time I saw it. There's a couple things I want to point out as being
Uh-huh.
like particularly good that I hadn't noticed before.
Uh-huh.
Um, one of them is the brown blood on her wrench.
Uh-huh.
It's just really noticeably like brown gore.
Uh-huh.
And I find that really really charming in the context that it is.
Why is the blood on the camera red though?
I mean, the camera has. It's very unclear.
Uh-huh. I mean, because of the red blood on the camera, I did look at the wrench and be like, "Oh, it's covered in like motor oil."
No,
No, you're correct.
that's gore. You can see the same color of gore on the broken body underneath her.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Oh, there is a broken body
second of
underneath her.
all, there's a broken body underneath her. Second of all, I think it's awesome that she has a big fat workman's glove for her wrench, and then also her normal swordsman's glove that she has for her sword arm.
Uh-huh.
That shit is awesome.
Uh-huh.
It's really funny.
Uh-huh.
Third of all, I like the way that her jacket flares out here and like has a little bit of motion to it. I hadn't really noticed it before. It interacts weirdly, I would say, with this crack in the camera lens.
Yeah.
But it's not optimally positioned in the image, but I do like that it's there.
I feel like this crack in the camera lens I just don't understand like why it has to be black in parts at all. It feels
Yeah.
super like it super artifacty, but not in a good way, in the way that some things on this are
Mm-hmm.
artifacty in a good way. And it just feels really odd, and it really like draws the eye for no reason.
Yeah, it's just kind of doing a little bit too much to have it both be at this camera angle and to have the camera be smashed.
Uh-huh. But like generally, I feel like her jacket still looks really good. It's still painted really nicely. You don't really like see anything more of her, but we saw so much of her outfit before, and we get to see the wrench clearly, which like shout outs. This wrench makes no sense.
Looking at weapons.
Which is great. I love to look at a weapon and be like, that makes no sense, but at least I can see it. You can see her stupid fucking detective exclamation mark fucking
I love that shit.
yeah, that it's
so
that
dumb.
that object is kind of like it's just kind of hovering on her face.
Yeah, it makes no
which
sense.
is a bit much, but I like how the camera is sort of centered like not on her face but on her smoking. Like her smoking, her like the edge of her cigarette is like perfectly within this little box of red. Which is fun. Just looking at like just that little box of red as its own sort of mini composition is quite fun.
It's framed like a good photo of a person, which is to say the focus is not specifically on the face. It's like just below the face, so you give them like a normal amount of headroom.
Yeah. Which is like it works in the story. It works for Ryoshu because her whole thing is that she is trying to get this crime. I think the whole thing of this ID story, like this part of it, is that she's trying to get herself like surveilled. Oh yeah. She like knocks the camera down to get a better angle for the T Corp security so that her crime looks like more aesthetically appealing. And she does. She looks like she's posing for a photo, which is really funny. It makes her look like a fucking dork.
She's always doing this. Also, I just like that her weapon looks like it has a little face on the clamp.
Yeah.
Ah. Her sprites are also really good. I feel like they draw her face quite differently in these sprites than they normally do, but I feel like that's actually just because of the constricting element of this big exclamation point.
Yeah, also the bandana changes her face shape as discussed. I really like running this ID, even though it's like more and more outdated every day. It was genuinely pretty decent on launch.
Yeah.
But like she has sort of like the wrench has a real weight to it in her animations, which is really nice. Does cool mechanical things. She's a good execution of the concept.
The sangria in the trivia that just says redistribution of wealth. So funny to me. It's so funny that they have a whole faction that's like, and by the way, I'm a Marxist.
And by the way, I'm a Marxist.
I'm a Marxist and there's something fucked up happening with me, but you're not gonna learn about it.
A thing that did not exist when Crime and Punishment was written. Anyway, great. That was nice and speedy, but pleasant.
Yeah.
We got our mommy number. Oh, and then we just get to go down the list of 3 stars.
Yeah, and then we get to do it very simply. It's time for Lobotomy, Ego, Red Eyes, and Penitence Ryoshu.
She's everyone's second favorite broken Ryoshu.
It's true.
Third, fourth. There's a lot of them.
This wiki page has 25 images.
Why? Oh, I see. For all of her different sprites and her different like stages
a lot of
Shit.
sprites.
Yeah. Okay. That's
because sometimes the red eyes are open.
Oh wait.
You know
okay. The thing is that like her penitence also changes, but I guess it only gets a particle effects, so they don't show you that.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't really.
As opposed to the actual sprites changing. I do also want to, before we look at the Up-Tie 1, draw our attention really quick to the acquisition still.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's so good.
It's really
just
sick,
like
actually.
Her looking up. You can find this in the acquisition slash miscellaneous images in the gallery. It just says acquisition still. It's awesome. Sorry for anybody who doesn't like spiders. It's Ryoshu.
Yeah, the spider crawling up her face is really good in this one specifically.
I like it so much. I like she's has the Cobalt-S.R ego gift from Lobotomy Corporation, the one that gives you the face scars that are always bright red. But to me, it just always looks like this spider is about to like drink her blood out of this open wound.
Yeah.
It's really good. Also, just the like lighting on it is really fantastic, and the way that she's framed. It's obviously a rougher image than they use for the actual like finished products, but as we will discuss later, sometimes that's kind of preferable.
Yeah. And I
Um,
like being able to see the Red Eye's room, the like wooden floor, and the like sort of
yeah.
attic that it is.
I like the enkephalin box that's behind her.
Oh yeah.
It's really funny. Wait, no, is that just a part of the penitence weapon? It might be.
Oh, that. Yeah.
I kind of can't tell.
I no, that's sort of like the if you look at her sprites, it's just sort of like the side box of the cross.
I see. It'd be really funny if it was an enkephalin box, though.
What? What? Okay, should we talk about the main art?
Yeah, let's talk about the main art. That spider's still there.
That
Still
spider's
drinking
still
her
there.
blood.
It's hanging out. This image is like fine. I really like this image like in theory. Like I really like the
Mm-hmm.
composition in theory. The way that she's framed against the monster with this sort of like nice sort of diagonal center line between them. Um
Mm-hmm.
Red Eyes looks like a good blend of sort of like modern Project Moon art style and like Lobotomy Corporation. Everything is made out of sketchy lines.
Mm-hmm.
Her outfit looks cool. Um, these sort of cracks in it. These sort of eyes that are like looking at the spiders that are poking at them.
I think I mentioned
It's
this on the
freaky.
podcast before, but I really like whenever they render Lobotomy Corporation ego suits in Limbus Company because they just look better.
Yeah, they just look awesome. Um, but like overall, I think this image is just like I don't know, I feel it's just like too purple. It's
Yeah, I
like
think my main
every
like issue with it is just that there's not enough in it,
yeah, there's not enough
which is
in
a
it.
weird issue to have.
There's not enough in it, and I think these are related, right? Is like there's just not enough. Like having her be in an ego suit that is the same as the guy she's looking at is like
Mm-hmm.
cool in theory, but in practice it means that the image has like no contrast overall. Like
Yeah.
everything is just this like purple spider texture or red eyes. Even her face is just like it's red eye. Even
Yeah,
her
because
hair
she's
is like
spider butt.
even her hair is just like not even that much different from
Mm.
the texture of her suit or of
Yeah, that's because they gave her red eyes ego three
spider
times for
bud.
a reson. She's spider butt.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's, it's irritating. I really want it to be good. It's less of an issue with the other lobotomy images, mostly because, like, this is how Spider-Bud's abnormality containment unit actually looks. Is just like black and covered in webs and purpley and dreary and weird. So
Uh-huh.
there isn't the normal amount of like background Lobocorp shit to rely on to give this image some grounding like there normally would be. In other lobotomy ego images, you can see like parts of the control team hallways, or like Yi Song's has like him in a containment unit, and it's like, there's bright red and or bright yellow and black, warning stripes and shit to break up the image a little bit. There's bits of that. You can see like a support pillar with a monitor on it. I have spent a lot of time looking at and drawing containment units from Lobotomy Corporation, and I know exactly what they look like.
Uh-huh.
Um, but you can see a support pillar with a monitor on it that's, framed weird because this whole image is framed weird, but it's just like also covered up by this miasma of spider web. And that's good in theory, it just doesn't work in practice.
Yeah, it also I don't know. I feel like I mean, like I get that sort of like, okay, the thing that they're doing with these two images is that
Mm-hmm.
this first one is the spider bud image. We're in the spider bud, we're spider bud maxing, like,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. And then in the second image, penitence is the focus. We're sort of like delivering, like, it's very in frame, and we're sort of delivering holy justice. um
Mm-hmm.
and like, that's fine, but it ends up with the second image just like having more, just feeling more balanced, because there's just no penitence in the first one. Like, she could have a little penitence out there, and it would add like something else, something contrasting. And instead it's just like, it's the Spider Woman with spider object, and it's just like
Mm-hmm.
everything is purple, everything. Like, I want to enjoy this image, I want to enjoy this composition, but my eyes just sort of glaze over the purple. Just this sort of
It's
like
really
mid to dark
clever and
tone
well drawn, but
purple.
it's purple.
Yeah, and like, again, the last one was all brown. Like, the last Uptie one was all brown.
Mm-hmm.
Um and that was fine because that had lots of contrast, I think. This one
Mm-hmm.
just,
And lots of shit going on. I mean, there's nothing to look at in this image except for her and Spider-Bud.
yeah, and you can't really look at Spider-Bud just because there's really nothing going on at Spider-Bud. You
Yeah.
understand Spider-Bud at the tiniest glance, and you can sort of like
Scary
look,
eyes.
you can sort of squint and like look at her, and she is flush with details. But like, all of the details are like the same detail over and over again. It's like, there's a
Yeah.
spider and there's an eye, and there's a bunch of those. And it's like, ah, it
There's
just
I mean,
doesn't.
I can speak to the Netzach armband having the special little swirlies that indicate that you've been in the safety team for longer than 5 days.
Uh-huh. She is, I think she's the team captain
She's the team captain,
at the
yes.
moment. She won't be the team captain forever. That's how it goes. Um,
That's how it goes, and also she has to get a new lobotomy ego,
uh-huh. An even more
which we'll get to
broken
later.
lobotomy ego. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Should we move to the uptime?
Yeah. I do have like two more things I wanted to point out about this image real
Okay.
quick. One of them is that she still has she has the ego gift from Bloodbath on one hand, and then she also has the um fourth match flame cigarette ego, which is just a matchstick.
Mm-hmm.
Both cute. I just like to look at the fake nuggets that they've invented for for these.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I wanted to point out the spiders crawling on the frame.
Oh yeah. Cute. Pretty subtle for a spider crawling across like the
I
picture
know.
plane.
It's just not that noticeable because it's not in a part of the image you want to look at.
Yeah. Also, everything in the image is spiders.
Yeah. I do think the Uptie 3 looks better. I have different
I
qualms with
also
it.
have different qualms with it. Unfortunately,
So
I think this
true.
might be like the worst looking Ryoshu that we look at today, which is like
Probably.
not bad, but still, just
Yeah, I mean, I think fundamentally we have roughly the same position, probably, which is that I want to like the Uptie one more than I like this one. But you can see her better in this one, which makes me like it more. You can see her body better, you can see her clothes better, even though there's not that much to look at. There's still enough to make me want to be able to look at it. Um, and like she's doing a thing, which is nice.
yeah.
Um,
I'll start with saying that like the action lines of this are like fantastic.
yeah, they're
The
on
fact
point.
the fact that you can start at penitence, penance. Penitence?
Penitence.
Penitence. You can start at penitence, which is like the brightest thing in the image, and then you can follow the like lines of red of the eyes and like the
Mm-hmm.
curve of this like bending like metal handle in this like perfect sweep around, follow, and then back up her cape to a nice little point, and then you're back at the beginning. Really sort of like, she is sort of like, there's this sort of nice frame of rubble, and then she has her own frame of this like continuous action line within that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's really nicely
It's
composed
so
in
good.
theory. um I
I mean, I'll get it out of the way. It's too blurry.
it is true. The fact that Penitence is blurry is crazy.
It drives me a little bit insane. It's got the like special halo of light effect that it has when it gets going. That's the thing in the ID.
Uh-huh.
That halo of light makes it impossible to look at it for reasons that are beyond me, art direction wise. I genuinely get irritated thinking about this sometimes, thinking about the art direction in Limbus Company, which I think is so good so much of the time, but then sometimes they just make choices which baffle me. Like, literally, I do not understand why you would do this. I do not understand why you would decide to place this filter on the image so that you cannot look at it.
Uh-huh.
Why?
It's a
Why?
cool fucking looking weapon. They've really like rendered this weapon to be as cool as possible.
Yeah, they've made Penitence a thing which looks stupid and is like a basic weapon you get in Lobotomy Corporation. They've made it look good because it's Gebera time, baby. And like the light coming off of it, I don't even have a problem with. I like this lens flare effect that they're using. I like the fact that it shines on the jacket in this bright yellow light, which like really changes it up from the previous image, and like gives the whole thing a nice, this like sort of pale, like dusty rose color that comes out of this black jacket when this yellow light goes onto it is really good. I really like to look at it. Just like drives me crazy that they've done this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Look at the cool teeth on that skull.
It's also a problem because if you pay close attention, she doesn't actually swing these. This is a thing she does in the animations. She doesn't. She rarely swings these at the same time. She does a lot of sort of 1-2 punches, and you can see that this is what's happening in theory, where like from the action lines on her like arm eyes, they're very convenient. We can see like that she is swinging red eyes and then she is getting ready for a follow-up with Penitence. And like this is really cool in theory, but like it takes like genuinely a minute of looking at this, which is longer than most people look at a gacha image, to figure that out, because both Penitence and the hand holding Penitence are blurry for like no reason. And if those were like sharp and the red eyes,
then it would be clear that they were still
was blurry, and we don't need to look at red eyes because we looked at so much fucking red eyes in the last image. Then it would have such a nice like motion. To some extent, it looks best when it exists in contrast to something still. And if you just still those, then you can see them better. You can see the thing you want to be looking at. And that contrast between the still arm and the motion arm would be really nice. And it's just like not quite there for no reason, because it's just like we gotta blur it because of I don't know.
The thing that actually pisses me off about this image, like the blurriness of Penitence itself is bad. The thing that actually pisses me off is that it cuts into Ryoshu's hair for no reason. Just there's a whole section of her hair that looks like it got they just put a blur filter on it. They literally just like covered it and were like, can you pixelate this about 30%?
It does look like they just smeared Vaseline over her hair.
Like, get it off.
Which is crazy. I don't know.
It's crazy that I like the less rendered, like, median images that they do sometimes, which we'll get to better. Like the acquisition still from this image, partially because they don't have as much time to put fucking filters on it. It's a finished piece of art, but it's not covered in fucking filters.
And like, you know, I like her expression here. She feels like she's sort of gripping the cigarette a little harder, so that, you know, her face has a nice a nice feel of being a little bit less relaxed in some subtle ways, which is nice. I really like this jacket sort of in black. I know it's not literally in black, it's like a lighting thing. But the jacket in black looks great, and then this sort of like mafioso black and red pin strip underneath it looks really good.
So good. I think it's so awesome.
I think her body,
I think the red tie really makes the whole thing.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
So the fact that you can see even a little bit of it here makes me really fond.
Yeah, I think her body is fine, keeping in mind that, like,
Mm-hmm.
she's Ryoshu. Her waist is, like, kind of weirdly snatched if you look at it for long enough.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the main issue is just that she's like too much of a noodle in this.
uh-huh.
Not in like a she's thin and gangly way, which I'm fine with. Just that like her whole body has a certain degree of loose fluidity to the way it is shaped.
Yeah, absolutely. And her, like, she's allowed to have a thin waist. She's Ryoshu, whatever. But it feels, like, sort of weirdly disproportionate to, like, her chest and her legs.
Hmm.
And it's just like, I don't know. I really, like, wish this image was like, I mean, it's fine, but I wish that I was like, ooh, great image. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm not even going to complain
Tumblr,
about this tentacle in the foreground. It's like,
yeah, it's
whatever.
fine. It doesn't obstruct the image like that much. It's fine. I don't know if Tumblr user MomBod Ryoshu is still using that username, for one. And for two, listening to this episode, that would be kind of crazy. But if you are, I'm sorry that I don't believe in your vision.
Uh-huh.
I understand your vision and I respect it. Ryoshu did not have a biological child, first of all. Second of all, she's like a chain smoker. And third of all, I think she's just like built like a bag of bones. I think she looks like shit all the time.
Quick, someone go very politely recommend that Tumblr user MomBot Ryoshu listen to these 2 episodes.
I don't know if they still use that username or if I'm remembering it correctly. I just know that there is a Tumblr user who like actively campaigns for MomBot Ryoshu, and I really want you to know that I respect your vision. I just am not there personally.
Okay, speaking of MomBot Ryoshu, you forgot.
Oh yeah, we kind of had to talk about
Yeah,
both of these,
they flowed
so.
into each other. It's fine. You forgot about mommy number for number 1.
Mommy number for Scary Spider Mom. In fairness, I'm really not thinking about Julie's scores at all when I say these. I don't want to be right.
Uh-huh.
I just want to be right, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, her
You know?
scores are objective, but sure.
I mean, Spider Bud is the ultimate mom.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of the mom of all time. And Ryoshu is literally covered in babies in this image. So that's a 6.
T.M.O.A.T.
Yeah.
The mom of all time.
T.M.O.T.
Sorry, look, we need to find an acronym that I can use as the episode titles. Okay? So, like, keep an eye out.
I'll keep an eye out. H.M.S. branch Ryoshu.
H.M.S. branch Ryoshu.
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this fucking upside one is gorgeous. I have loved this image for so long. The acquisition still on this one is less interesting than it was last time, so I'm not gonna think about it too much.
Let me take a quick.
It's just a super close up.
Oh yeah, that's like.
It kind of makes her look like a generic anime girl. It's really fascinating.
It does. It makes her look like she's in an anime music video.
Yeah, but instead it's Ryoshu. Jump scare. It's Ryoshu.
I would agree with you. I think that this is maybe like one of the best images in the game. I think this is one of the best sort of like images in all of like the city properties that like captures this vibe so well. Like this vibe of like I'm just like leaning out the window covered in scary weapons that like do not seem to be burdening me, and I'm just like looking down on the like infinitely deep streets and smoking a cigarette. It's like perfect.
It's a cold December day,
and it's just like
she's got a little bit of a flush on her face because it's chilly out.
Yeah, she's like a puff of a stream of steam is coming from her mouth, and a stream of smoke is coming from the cigarette. And this image
could be either or both coming out of her mouth, really.
This image is like really nicely composed.
It's so
with
good.
Just like I don't know, I feel like this one side of the building that is like well lit where you
Mm-hmm.
can sort of like rest your eyes, and then you can either move into the darkness on the right and look at her for a bit, or you can move into the darkness on the left and sort of inspect this very like detailed Blade Runner ass
Mm-hmm.
fucking street scene. It's
It's
just
so
like
Blade
really
Runner.
not. It's so Max Blade Runner. It's really funny.
This also is like an image that would be in if Kowloon generic romance took place in winter rather than summer.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
It's that. I mean she's in H Corp, so like obviously it's that, but
And I just
it's
like,
yeah, I don't know. I this is an image where I think the like visual weight of the left side of the image with this cityscape is totally earned in comparison to how heavy the black point is on the right side,
mm-hmm,
both because she literally like does not want to be seen, and so
mm-hmm,
I respect the fact that it's so hard to rest your eye on her, and just because like that's what's happening in this image is looking out at the city. You look at the city, she's in the like shadows in the part where there's nothing interesting to look at. They
mm-hmm.
make her visible enough, which is huge. They put this little halo around her specifically so you can see everything and not just get buried in the black point, and I appreciate that. But like it's it's thematically fitting that you do not want to look at where she is, you want to look where she's looking.
Uh-huh. And it's like just this image is so like, the rendering on this image is so crazy
Yeah.
good. The specific way these like slightly torn hand wraps are rendered, and the
Mm-hmm.
way that you can almost like tell exactly how thick they are at different points of being wrapped around her hand and forearm. Like I can feel what it
Mm-hmm.
would be like to hold this cigarette well like wrapped up like this, you know what I mean? And then like
Yeah.
the just the thing that really gets me about this image is like the window runners, you know what I mean?
Yes.
The way that
Yes,
these like
absolutely. I was just
cheap
thinking about this. The
ass,
texture of that windowsill.
yeah, like the way that these cheap ass, these are like a global, these are a global thing. Whenever you have like cheap
Mm-hmm.
ass apartments, and I've lived in some cheap ass apartments, even if I've never lived in cheap ass Chinese apartments, I've seen them and they still have these. Where like the windows are just these sort of like loose, rattly panes in a metal
Yep.
frame that you just sort of screech along these just sort of like sharp metal rivulets. And if you want to open the window and lean out, you have to lean across these like, you know, pokey like metal indents, and it's like it drives me
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
It's so I love this. I love this fucking pipe affixed to the wall. I love the metal plates that make up the wall. I love the AC unit that's fucking
Yeah,
strapped in
the
there.
fact that a pipe
It's
is
all just
delivering
like
water to the AC unit is crazy.
yeah.
And then even at street
It's
level,
just
like,
so the parts of this image that are not interesting, which is to say this fucking like building siding greebling that they've done, um are as important and good to look at as the part of the city which is like brightly lit and has signs.
no, yeah, absolutely. Like you can see air ducts. You can see, I mean, you can see at street level, like where streets are. You can see like it's a little confusing, but you can see like the top of like a metal thatched roof below her
Mm-hmm.
that is probably above her, so you can see like the distance to the apartment below, or like the window below. It's just like, and like it's so monocolor, except for these
Mm-hmm.
just like bright flashes of like there's a green, there's a yellow, there's an orange, and then she in the dark is just like these two pinpricks of red. And it's just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I genuinely think this image is so
It's so
beautiful.
good.
It's
And
so
it
beautiful.
feels cold. You can feel the way that it's colored is very much like it's a winter
Uh-huh.
image. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
so
no, absolutely.
fantastic.
But is it a mommy image?
Um, yeah, I mean, it's gotta be, I feel like. I feel like
Uh-huh.
this one legitimately, if I'm thinking about, like, being a mom, um, is, like, t- leaning out of the window of your cheap, shitty apartment, um, smoking a cigarette and, like, being all bundled up for the cold is, like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hate
That's
to
mommy.
I love to let parallels be surprised, but I will say that I did try very hard later on to impart to my mother how much this image felt like living in our old cheap ass apartment that five people lived in, that was just like over an industrial park. Like, it's just so perfect. How mommy is it?
I feel like I'm much more binary, like is it or is it not mommy than the scale really, speaks for.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't think it's a maximum mommy image, but it's a
The full
mommy
mommy.
image of. It's not the
T.F.M.
full mommy, but it's like mommy on break. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
A mob.
A mop.
And
And
then
then her upside image isn't as good.
no, it's not. I thought this. Genuinely, I thought this image was an image of Otis. I don't know why.
I know. I mean, it doesn't help that they both have the Mao branch ID, but like
Yeah,
making her eyes yellow really fucks up her whole game.
really fucks. I get the point is that she's in bunny mode. I do think it's
Uh-huh.
really funny that the Maos don't, like, we've seen the horse guys turn into fucking horses, like full
Mm-hmm.
horses when they go beast mode. The Maos, and I don't know if they had just like not had the concept figured out or yet, or they just didn't want to show us much of it. But the Maos, when they go beast mode, they're just like, we're yellow eyed now, and that's
We're
it."
yellow now.
Maybe they get these tails, but these tails might be pinned on. The ears are definitely just attached to the hat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
I don't know,
know.
maybe something happens to their legs or feet. The sprites make it slightly clearer than this image that she's barefoot.
Uh-huh.
Um, but they don't have some fucked up body horror transformation.
Yeah, if they had like bunny feet, that'd be cute. I'd be down for
They
bunny
could be
feet.
bunnies.
That's the back feet. The back feet are sort of like the iconic part of the ungulate, you know?
Yeah.
Um regardless, I think that this image is like, it's fine.
I feel as disoriented by this image as it intends to make me feel, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, I still feel the need to twist my head like 180
I know.
degrees in order to look at it. Um,
I know.
which it loses some points for me
For
generally
neck
for
pain.
that, even if it's intentional.
Yeah, it doesn't give me that feeling. Something about it is like, and I think the comical, sorry, thirsty.
Taking a
I
sip.
think the comical blood stripes might
Yeah.
actually make it less scary. Um,
Yeah.
because like the feeling that I get from it is not like this scary woman has killed me and is looming over me. Um, the feeling I get from it is like when someone cocks their head at you and you feel like an
Mm-hmm.
instinctual response to cock your head back.
Yeah.
And so I just like, I'm not even trying to look
Woo?
at her better. I'm just like, what's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Me bending my
It's
neck.
I
What's
think
up?
the blood I believe is animated in the full image. You should be able to see the animation in the acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah, up type 3 animation. No, the blood isn't animated. It's just her.
No, it's just kind of there.
I must be thinking of a different image in which the blood drips down. Probably one of the blood fiend images. Um, yeah, it's like I know what they want it to be, which is that you're lying on the floor, you're a severed head or some shit. Um, it doesn't help that she's Otis. It doesn't help that you can't see her mouth.
She is, I don't know.
So you can't see that she's making any kind of expression.
I mean, she has yellow eyes, but it's also like, here's all the reasons she's Otis. She has yellow
Mm-hmm.
eyes. She's shadowed in such a way that you could think that she has darker skin.
Mm-hmm.
She's lit in such a way that you could think that she has lighter hair. And she's
Mm-hmm.
posed in such a way that her hair looks like Otis hair.
Yeah.
She
She's
has like the Otis part. Um,
yeah.
it drives me crazy. What does the Otis
Yeah.
uptide look like? Um,
Otis Uptie. That's actually a good question. Hold on.
oh, the Otis
Let's take a
uptie is
quick
like
detour.
bullshit.
I think I believe that is the case, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like it's some
Oh
bullshit.
yeah, the Otis Uptie sucks.
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
We'll get there in
Anyway,
9 months.
9,000 months. Um,
When Toby Fox releases Deltarune Chapter 7.
yeah. Um, Sorry,
What an amazingly
let me
dated way to
let
be
me
in the
get back to
episode.
get back to this image.
Yeah.
It's like she
I give her
looks like
points for
Otis.
showing off Bunny Tail, and that's about it.
I do like Bunny Tail. I do like her pose. Like this pose is good, like in theory, of like leaning way over,
Mm-hmm.
like propping, like the balance on her body where she's propping her
It's
arm
yeah.
against her legs so that she can lean this far, and the pulling up of her belt I think is actually kind of sexy and awesome. Um, I'm
I
very
think of it more as cute, but that's just because she's a bunny. I think.
Yeah. It is cute. It is cute. I think okay, I've kind of figured it out actually. And I think the problem with this
Mm-hmm.
image genuinely is diagonalitis.
I agree.
It's not that
I think if you
she's
just tilted this
leaning.
image a little bit,
It's that like now that I'm looking at it, it's the line of her legs, like the line of the floor is diagonal. It's diagonal at
yeah,
almost
the line of
45
the floor is
degrees.
diagonal.
And you almost don't realize it because of how much she is bending. If she was standing like more straight up and then bending, I think this bending pose would look, because I feel like they're trying to do a thing where she's bent so far that it looks like she's about to cater over, and that's like cool, question mark. But I
Mm-hmm.
think this pose would just like work better if you could just like see it relative to normal gravity. I don't know.
Yeah,
I kind of cringe, bro.
it's kind of a cringe image. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Kind of a crimmage.
Kind of a crimmage. There's like nothing wrong with it
Cringemage.
in terms of it being drawn well per se.
Sure.
It's just like kind of poorly composed.
Also, it's time to be Ivy.
Okay.
The Mao swords are very cool. They're cool swords.
They are.
You can't deny
That
it.
they are.
They're cool swords. They're cool.
They're
They're
cool
two-toned.
swords.
Like the you also can't see the bunny ears very well, which is a little bit of a shame. But
Yeah,
they're
you can't see the
two-toned.
bunny ears or her cool sword.
Both the bunny ears and the sword are supposed to look like talismans. Because they also do a bunch of talisman shit. Like they sort of hang and are sort of square in that same way. And you can't, to me, I feel like the way they draw this sword, they're also supposed to be just like blocks of steel, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And the way they draw this sword, like it looks like it just like goes to a point, does it not? It looks this way in the first image too. Like it just lacks this black block quality to me.
Yeah, it does. It does look a little bit like the perspective has cheated it, such that it's not completely straight. I think it's a little bit better in the uptie one, just because you can't see the other side of it, so you have no real like
Sure.
sense that it should be going to a point.
But
But I definitely do think of it, if only because like you don't show me the whole sword, and these swords are kind of a unique shape. In my mind, I fill it in as a more standard broadsword.
yeah, exactly. And it's also like rendered just kind of wrong. Like if you look at the sprites, you can see how the swords oh my god, I care so much about swords. You can see how the sword is has this like separately filed edge. Or like there's a
yeah. I know what you mean.
there's a groove between like the edge of the centerpiece and the actual edge of the blade. I'm not necessarily against these being sharpened. Like they look to be. I don't know. In the sprites,
It's kind of hard to
in
tell.
the animation sprites, the side of them look flat.
Oh wait, no, something does happen to her legs. Sorry, I'm looking at her counter skill image, and she's got fur coming out of her.
Oh
her
yeah,
pawsies.
okay, I see that. Yeah, yeah, it's in some of her. Um, Oh yeah, actually the counter skill is a great example where like the way
But yeah, I was looking
this
at it because you can see the edge of
edge
the
and it's
sword.
just like a flat edge. It's just like a rectangle. And they just like
Uh-huh.
that once again they fuck me out of my rectangle. They
Mm-hmm.
will never let me have rectangle. It's so sad.
Oh, I've never looked at her animations before because I don't have her. She's
She's fun.
kind of sick as fuck.
Yeah, she's sick as fuck. She's fun. She's cool.
I love the twirls she does midair. It's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I know. It's silly.
Look
It's
at her
great.
skill 3 animation and like that little sprite she has of her with her legs out before she hits the ground.
Yeah,
It's really
and
good.
she got the bunny feet. It's cute. She's cute. I just like
Yeah, but like not in this image.
I
I
really
mean, she's cute in this image, but she doesn't like look correct.
I really need something in between this and Otis Uptie, where Otis Uptie is like too kinetic that you can't see anything, and then this image is like too still that it's not clear that she is like a bunny who moves like a bunny.
The Mao Strider effect is a picture of the fur coming out of the leg wraps.
Okay, well there we go.
And I never realized.
Yeah,
because
I don't.
There's no reason to look at this fucking icon, and there's no way to interpret it in game.
Oh yeah. Man, their icon design fucking sucks. Limbus Company
It
icon
sucks
design is
so
so
bad.
fucking bad, bro. It's like trash.
Every small image in Limbus Company is
It's like
ass.
the worst thing ever.
It looks so bad.
Sometimes I recreationally
People
just like
have to understand. This podcast is actually my outlet for me to talk shit about a game that I love too much. Like I like it way too much, but I need people to understand that before I start talking shit. So I can only talk about how the Strider Mao icon is one of the worst things I've ever seen in the context of this Limbus Company podcast episode. Anyway, should we move on to our last one before break?
Yes, we should do 4 before break. You are correct. Correct.
Correct.
It's
still Ryoshu.
it's Nacorp.
It's N-Corp Ego Contempt All Ryoshu, whom all of my friends call Dad Ryoshu or Dilf Ryoshu.
She does look like a dad, is the thing.
There's something universally dad-like about her in this image, in a way that I'm not sure how to express.
She's just dad. I will say, the first thing I saw when I looked at this image is... Oh my god, where is this in the story? I don't remember.
Jia Huan.
Jia Huan, every time we see him in this fucking jacket, looks like trash. He looks
so
shit.
Stupid.
Like fucking
and then he gets
garbage.
completely fucking mogged by Ryoshu.
She mogs him so hard. F.M. I'm looking at... Oh, he looks like such fucking puffy trash in this jacket, and then
he looks so bad,
and then Ryoshu,
and she looks so good.
So fucking good. She does look like she's binding. Like her chest is so flat,
and that's her God-given right.
That's her God-given right. But like,
I think here's my brief aside for Project Moon gender headcanons. I think Ryoshu is a woman, but I think she binds.
Yeah,
sometimes
she fucks it. We'll get there. But absolutely, as required. Fucking, I love to look at the image overall. Fucking awesome image.
Oh my god,
the fucking big eyes in the background is great. It's just like she's
like genuinely a lot.
So it is a lot, but it is framed really nicely. The focus and level of detail is perfect, such that there is stuff to look at in the background. It's not too blurry, but she is still very clear. There's a bunch of fun elements. Like, I love the glare of the eye being really visible on one side and really consumed by her hair on the other. It's one of my favorite parts of this. Long hair Ryoshu is a real fucking look. Somehow the long hair makes her look like a dad. I think that's a huge part of it, actually.
Well, did we discuss this in the Don Quixote episode? I don't remember. Did we discuss being a long-haired butch?
Yeah.
I think so. We at least discussed this personally between ourselves, talking
If
about
you're a gender non-conforming woman, there's a point at which, like, having longer hair makes you look more dad.
yeah.
This is
Having longer hair makes you look more gender non-conforming, not less.
Yeah, this is what I'm going for currently. This is what I'm working on. This is my
I
current
love her
life
bright
project.
red fucking flyaways.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Look at fucking Kill la Kill looking motherfucker. Kill la Kill
Good
ass.
lighting on hair can like save thousands of lives every day.
And again, just look at the lighting on like the massive hair on the right. Like the way like it is like pitch black in some and then it filters through on others and it's like the black and red are almost like fighting for your attention. It's really good. The way that this suit vest is rendered is like fucking awesome. I'm gonna hit F11 so it can be bigger. It's like
I wanna briefly shout out her silver belt buckle for really providing a lot to fans of this image.
I like that she has
it's
little
just like it's a good
keychains.
contrast to all of the gold, and it's shiny and it is hot.
She is like extremely like a drag king in this one.
I know.
She has a fucking like
would that I were this.
She has a fucking abnormality themed like
oh my god.
Oh my god, wait. Belt carabiner.
Yeah.
She has little
Take me to the Project Moon drag show, please, please,
she has
please,
little
please.
Belt carabiners. But like I just here's the thing that I thought you were gonna say, which just like says a lot about me as a person. You said I want to, and I was like, oh, what you want to do is you want to run your hands down her chest.
I mean, I do.
And like feel the texture of these like interleaved leather strips, like as they press
don't
against
get me
their
wrong,
skin.
Ivy.
And you know
we're still the same.
You want to just sort of like run your like hand up her arm and you know get your fingers tangled
get caught in the like
in the mesh
in the big netting.
as you go up her biceps. And then she puts her cigarette out on your neck and you're like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
As featured in my Ryoshu fanfic.
And then you tip her like so much at the drag show. You throw like a
God,
you throw like
yeah,
a 50 at her. Are you kidding me?
We haven't even really talked about like a couple of different elements of this, which I want to run down really fast.
Sure.
First of all, her bloody clawed hands in the gloves holding the cigarette. Doing a certain gesture in front of her face. Thank you, ma'am. Second of all, not just that she has long hair, but that it's tied up in the high pony, Jia Huan style. Totally works for her. I'm a known hater of the high pony. She can pull it off. It really adds something to this, just because you get that like the shorter hair around her face and then her big fucking ponytail.
Yeah, she still looks like Ryoshu because she still like has the bob and then just like has the big hair behind it.
And then third of all, the sunglasses.
Yeah, her stupid fucking sunglasses.
That's dad.
Yeah, you're correct that this is like, you know, this is one of those situations where it's like kind of sad that we have ethics so that we can't talk about
I know.
M.S.
I can't say it,
yeah,
but we all know.
We're all familiar. Anyway, great image.
Great image.
Did you just process what M.S. was?
Yeah.
Great image.
Is she mommy in this one? Well, she's daddy, which is a different thing.
Sure.
Meaningfully different. I will say. And so I'll put her at a 3 because I feel like daddy is the exact spot in between mommy and not mommy.
Daddy is the exact spot in between mommy and not mommy.
Am I wrong?
I'll have to like meditate upon this during the break.
Oh, I also wanted to point out before we move on the blood that is seeping out of her fucked up sword.
Uh-huh.
Um, and the like not just the blood splatters all over the image, but the like stippled haze of blood that comes up from the bottom and along the sides,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
gives this whole image a sort of like analog horror feeling.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I do like,
It feels like found
to look
footage.
at the
It's really
weapon,
good.
which I don't look at very much in this image because it's not super interesting. It
Nah.
it does have a sort of like, the Lobotomy Corporation weapons are all kind of like on stems that are like, all the same. Um
Mm-hmm.
I like to think that this is like an N Corp like hilt for an ego
Yeah.
weapon, which is really
It
funny
feels
because it
that
looks
way,
like a
huh?
fucking Sith lightsaber, and that's really funny in
Yeah.
concept.
And then if you look at the uptight 3, it is.
Yeah. Wait.
The spiral is just a sheath for her Sith lightsaber.
Oh, it is. Wait, is that how this ID works? I know everyone's always
I
telling
think
me.
so.
Oh yeah, she
I
she
mean,
has a smaller red sword inside of her big sword. And she
yeah.
does a big sword attack and then she swings the Whoa, that's cool.
And
That's
also
sick as
her awesome
fuck.
wings come out. I don't know if you know about this.
Uh-huh. Let
You're
me
aware of her wings that are golden and drip blood that she has
I,
out all the
I'm
time?
I'm I'm vaguely familiar. Um I feel
Because
like
they're cool.
I feel like this weapon concept. Here's the thing. God, I don't think that you can see this weapon well enough in this image. I think this weapon
No.
concept is not clear unless you're really looking for it. If you're looking for it,
Yeah.
you can get, and if you're looking for it, you go, "Oh, she's doing the thing," and then don't get much more out of it. Um,
Hmm.
that being said, I think that this image is just like really badass and really nicely framed, and it's like, I don't know, I'm willing to give it a little bit more of a pass than usual because it has a bunch of
Hmm.
fun stuff. Like her pose is awesome. I love how much you can see that she's wearing business pants. She looks so
I
fucking Yakuza
know.
in this image. She's like
She does.
absolutely
The
Yakuza
other thing
maxing.
that Japanese women can be.
But like my favorite.
This is how someone referred to, this is how a friend of mine referred to, like, casual racism in a video game recently.
Uh-huh.
Japanese women can be anime girls or in the Yakuza.
Uh-huh. Um but my favorite thing in this image is like the way that the line of her hair mirrors the line of her cigarette smoke, to
Yeah.
sort of like, both be sort of swooshing along this action line at different points. They both sort of like go out in a line and then are pulled along the action line in different ways. It's like kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of things I really like about this image. It is very, very
It's
busy.
super busy.
Um, which, I don't love, but I admit that I give a certain amount of automatic credit to any image past a certain point in Limbus Company's development that is an uptie 3 where you can see what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's so little blur in this image overall that I like have to like it. Like I'm required to.
Uh-huh.
Um, but like it's very, very busy. But I do want to give credit to the fact that her shades look cool.
Yeah.
Hard to pull off. The like glass shards that are breaking out of whatever she's slashing through, very unclear what the fuck it is, but there's a bunch of like mirror shards involved with what she's doing, which tracks, I guess.
Sure.
I do think it's funny how much her actual sword sticks out in this image. It's like they finished drawing this image and then they were like, fuck!
Uh-huh.
We forgot about her real sword!
I
And so they just shoved in a JPEG of it behind
I
her
really
head.
wish that blob of blood on the right, that's at the top of,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god, what's this? Arayashiki?
Araya Shiki,
That's at the
yeah.
top of Arayashiki isn't there. The way that it interrupts the like line of her arm that then goes to hold the sheath,
Yeah.
I think is kind of bad.
It would look better if it was not there, because then you could see her whole body doing one uninterrupted motion.
Yeah.
Which helps,
Which
generally
would
speaking.
help a lot in sort of drawing the
think
eye across and blah blah blah. So on. Sorry.
I wish that there was context to like what she was doing and where she was. Not that there's much of that in the previous image, but at least there is a framing device. And I also wish that you could see her wings, which are in this image but only serve to create visual noise.
Yeah, here's the thing: is that like this is a rare sort of credit that I give to Limbus Company, but it sacrifices so much for the sake of like rendering this cool action pose as perfectly as possible.
Yeah.
It sacrifices clarity of like the overall scene. It sacrifices a bunch of details that you really want to be able to see, like the sword situation or the wings situation. But credit where credit is due. They really do pull off this action pose being just kind of like, you know, in your face, you see it and immediately you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah, you know what's up. And so like it's not, you know, it's mixed. I have mixed feelings on it. Generally speaking, this ego is fucking cool as hell.
Yeah. I love her 2 sets of sprites, in one of which she has the sunglasses on, and it's called Gaze of Contempt.
Gaze of Contempt.
She's such a funny bug.
Hang on. Gaze of Contempt is the name of the drag show that she's performing at?
Yeah. I would put on a drag show called Gaze of Contempt. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everyone. I mean, we'll get there.
Happy Pride. Yeah. It fucks. The whole thing fucks. I don't want to pretend it doesn't. I just have, like, there's certain qualms that we have to address.
There's certain qualms, certain weapon-based qualms.
Journalistic integrity.
We have journalistic integrity. Fuck. Oh my god. What's next?
Well, what's next is, the break.
The break that makes you old?
The what?
The break that makes you old.
The break that makes you old?
Yeah, Ash, the break that makes you old.
Excuse me?
The mid-break. If we take a 5-minute break, it'll make me old.
Look at me, Ivy. I'm young as hell. I've taken loads of 5-minute breaks and I didn't get old.
Well, there are a million reasons why you might look the way you look, Ash. All I know is that if I take a 5-minute break, I'll get old.
You have to know that's not possible.
Wait, actually, I think it's the voice clip I put in the break, not the break itself. Something to do with Audacity?
What are you talking about?
Well, probably only take like 10 minutes max. Stop! But I'll still get old.
Enough. Let's say, hypothetically, that a break could make you old.
The voice clip.
The voice clip. Let's say the voice clip could make you old. How much of you is getting old? Does your metabolism speed up? Do you need to pee more frequently?
Ash, listen.
Do your fingernails grow faster?
Ash!
Your hair?
I don't know, Ash. I'll just get old.
I'm finding it hard to believe. It doesn't hold together logically.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm not old now, but if I take a 5-minute break, I'll get old.
This is all pretty ridiculous.
You want to see for yourself?
Sure. Why not?
We can take a 5-minute break if you want, but I'll get old.
You're not gonna get old.
I will get old.
You won't.
I will.
The break will not make you old.
Okay, Ash. But don't say I didn't warn you about getting old.
끔찍하게 얽혀오는 시간 속에서 헤아릴 수 없이 문을 두드리다 알게 되었지. 금고의 문을 열 수 있는 건 나뿐이지만 그 문이 열리지 못하게 막는 건 거미집의 압이라면 누구나 가능했으리란 걸. 시간을 대하는 감각도 관점도 그 순간만큼은 안식처가 되어주지 못했어. 결국 이렇게 얽혀버렸지.
Hey.
Hey. I got old.
Yeah.
And scene! Hey, if you haven't seen Cheeky Cheldos's The Safe That Makes You Old, it's a bona fide classic.
It's a bona fide classic. Emma just texted me earlier and was like, did you put the link to this in the Soulmates episode? Because it only has like 3.2 thousand views.
Oh, I did.
And the Soulmates listenership will not make an impact on that. But like, it needs more.
It needs more. It's so good. Hello, Ash. Now we're both old.
Yay! My metabolism sped up.
Yeah, my fingernails grew faster.
I actually have really long hair now, but it only makes me look more gender nonconforming. Laughing at my own joke.
And S is not for safe that makes you old. Fuck.
Will you get old in the safe? It's Drifting Blade of Hongyuan Ryoshu.
Let Arias get old. Where are we? Oh, her.
It's Daiyushu.
Yeah. I like this ID quite a lot. I'm fond of her. She goes in her egg, and I like that.
She goes in her egg, which is huge for fans of egg.
Which is huge for fans of egg. And I count myself among their numbers. Hang on, I have to
True.
I took this ice cream bar out of the fridge, so I have to eat it relatively quickly because it's an ice cream bar, and I have to figure out how to do that.
Did Emma come back with your ice cream bar? Does it have too much chocolate?
Yes, no, she brought a melon and a taro Malona bar.
Fuck.
Shoutouts.
Why would you say that to me? I want one really bad now.
I'm sorry, and yeah, you can't get them in the States.
I can't get them in the States. You have no idea how much I fucking love melon ice pops.
It's a melon. Sorry, I am eating the melon one right now.
Ah,
and you have to just
melon
sit there
ice cream is so good. Sorry, can we just take a break from doing the podcast for a minute to just acknowledge how fucking good melon ice cream is? If you have not had like fucking Asian melon ice cream or anything that's like Asian melon flavored, even I had this like melon hard candy from the Asian import store in my hometown that I just fucking gobbled. I love that shit. It's so fresh and crisp, and this particular texture of a melon ice pop is like everything to me. Okay, moving on.
I think part of the reason why I like Daigyu Ryoshu is because season 8 had so fucking few identities. I mean, we've complained of this
Don't get me started.
before. We had so few identities that were a real guy. And so to like have an identity that not only was a real guy, but was a real guy from Dream of the Red Chamber, I was like,
and also was
her.
That guy in an interesting way?
Yeah. Like I think Blade of
this is like
Hongwon...
alternate universe Daiyuu from the fucking what's his face? Kong Lu world.
Yeah, I actually have her as my home screen right now, and every evening she's like, I bury the flowers, but who will be there to bury me? And I'm like, yo, it's like in Dream of the Red Chamber, my favorite of the classic 4 Chinese novels.
So true, the least accessible of the 4 great Chinese novels. I have to correct this before someone corrects me. It's not from Kong Lu world. It's specifically from a world where Bao Yu died and H.Corp got usurped by some other bitch.
I think it gets doesn't it get usurped by oh my god, girl.
Kong Chu?
No, Dream of the Red Chamber girl.
Oh, Bao Chai?
Bao Chai. Does that get usurped by Bao Chai?
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know.
I've read this story before. Anyway, nonetheless, I think that this is a good idea. I think it's fun that like Ryoshu gets this kind of like Ryoshu gets a lot of tank IDs, and she has increasingly this like theme of having IDs that do like backup attacks, which is fun. Anyway, we can talk about this art now. I'm fond of this ID. I'm pretty fond of this art,
quick
honestly.
Shout out to the spider web in the corner of this art, and also how her many weapons strapped to her back make her look like a spider. Fun stuff. Also, how the blood splatters on the ground happen to form sort of a spider web shape. I wonder what this could indicate.
Yeah, this is the ID that came out. This is like the ID that came out, that they'd like drop an ID of the guy whose intervalo they're just about to release. That was this one.
Yeah.
Which is crazy that it ended up being sort of a story relevant ID instead of just some random
Yeah.
garbage. And so she looks kind of spider-like for like that meta reason, which I think is funny.
It's also like for in sort of a story context, given that she's like Yu, who became the disciple of the fucking Night Drifter, and then was sort of cut loose to do whatever. It sort of fits on some level with what Ryoshu's actual deal is.
But I do quite like this image. Like I feel like it sort of texturally is very nice. There's something about like the way that these robes, these sort of shapeless blue robes, that make her look literally like a sad sack. She looks like a sack of sadness.
Well, a sad sack from Infinity Nikki.
Are just sort of like
they're
torn
blue
and soaked in blood. She's like sitting in this pool of blood, and you can see it like soaking into her robes and her gloves. It's not like the perfect effect, the pool of blood, but it's evocative.
It's how they
certainly.
draw blood.
And I love how they capture the color scheme here, of the like the muted blue robes and the bright blue scarves, and like the red of the blood,
just the one flash of yellow,
and how that sort of like
of gold
mirrors the color scheme of Arayashiki. It's good.
Yeah, it's very tattered and bloody and weird. I feel like Ryoshu looks more like a child in this image than normal. Which part of that is certainly because she's not smoking. And instead has a gourd full of booze. New vice unlocked.
Well, yeah, she isn't smoking.
Yeah. It's the fact that she's smoking, and also the fact that her like hair is tied up in a different way, and she looks generally this facial expression from her looks the exact same as Otis's war criminal pout. You know what I'm talking about? The face she makes when she's mad that she can't kick Sinclair off the bus for having a panic attack.
I don't know. I feel like I get what you're saying, but I feel like this generally captures like the Dayu energy really well. Like to be in sort of like like, because she's not, her eyes are very sort of like out of focus and off to the side. She's not like looking, she doesn't feel like she's looking at anything in particular. And to be in sort of like the absolute center of chaos, and yet just be so like introspective and sad is like really
having a dissociative episode in the middle of my spider blood.
Yeah, exactly. Like in Dream of the Red Chamber, it's like, you know, everyone's having a good time and people are, you know, servants are running this way and that way and we're having various dramas, and she's just like, I'm thinking so hard about my dead mom. And this has
the only thing that brings me joy in life is to play the chin.
This captures that energy really, really nicely.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I love her limp wrist holding this dagger, like not even really gripping it, just kind of like keeping it suspended barely, is really good.
Yeah, I also just like the framing of this image. These crossbars on the ceiling that like put her into more of a box than she already is are really nice. Partially just because it makes her look like she's an ego shard.
Yeah. She looks small. She's taking up a good amount of the frame, but she just looks small and sad and helpless, even though she's obviously just killed 30 people and has like
Yeah.
4 weapons on her.
It's discomforting. I like that about it.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how to talk about this image, but it's,
Uh-huh.
it's very evocative.
Uh-huh. But is it mommy?
And then she goes to the
But does she go to the
city from Blade
daycare?
Runner. Oh, she also goes to the daycare to pick up her kids. No, she looks like 20 maximum in this image. To me.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm gonna have to put that. I'm gonna have to put that at a mommy score of like. I'm gonna still give her a 1.
Uh-huh.
I think there's mommy potential here, but like she's a teen mom at best.
Are you?
Which I mean, she is in the real game. So
1. Okay, great. Now
she is she. It's very unclear what the timeline is with Arya.
You can probably figure it out if you math it out. But also,
she's 25 when she leaves the House of Spiders, and Arya is like 8.
Uh-huh.
So like probably not.
Yeah. But maybe a little bit?
Sort of a little bit.
Anyway, Uptie. I think that this image is like fine. It has some compelling elements to it.
I like it a lot in and of itself, but in contrast with the previous image, I feel like it really suffers.
I mean, like, I don't think that, like, I think it's fine for them to do, like, the more action-y thing as the Uptie one, but it does feel... This order feels odd. Like, I
don't think
it.
the Uptie one that we already have would make a good Uptie 3.
No.
But I think this would make a good Uptie 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I like. There's a lot of things that I like here. It maybe just like doesn't all come together when I like the city behind her. This is basically the only image that we see of H Corp on. Is it Reconstruction Day?
Restructuring
Day. This is like the only image of H Corp on Restructuring Day that we ever see, and it looks kind of amazing. Like the bodies falling are such an energy, and the way that these like buildings visibly like twist and like rooms like twist out of them like Rubik's Cube pieces. They look like fucking like, do you know what a mirror cube is? Yeah, they look like mirror cubes, and it's like, and Ryoshu is so still and straight and provides such an anchor that you can tell that the buildings themselves are like twisting and bending.
Yeah.
And not that like the whole frame is, which is so important. And then I generally think she looks great.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way that she's posed and I think the way that the image is composed are both really excellent. I also like that her signature Lin Daiyu weapon is the one that is, like, way out in the center of the image. Or not in the center, but in the foreground of the image. That's Lin Daiyu. And I also think the like, dusty haze effect that they put over parts of this image looks good.
Yeah.
It just, I think, the thing that is, like, putting me off of it is just that it's such a strange departure from what's in the Uptie 1. It doesn't feel like she's, like, grown and matured and now she's, wandering the city and having a great time. It also doesn't feel like, I don't know. It just is like... These are two totally disconnected images in such a way that I feel like they might as well be two different people. And I would really appreciate if more of the kind of characterization they were going for with the first one crept its way into this one.
Yeah, if she was just like a little bit more kind of like, I don't know, her face is rendered very nicely. It's actually got some sort of rare like nice face shading, like on the eye
Yeah.
shadow region, that makes her look very tired. But like it is also very neutral.
Yeah, she's not really participating, which
She's
I
not
guess is kind of the point, but it doesn't
sure.
feel like the
Like
point either.
it doesn't entirely fail to capture this sort of like dissociating as the world falls apart around me. It's just like I don't know, we already did that but different. And so the fact that we're doing it again but different and maybe a little bit less effective is like, you know?
Also, her sailor suit kind of freaks me out.
Yeah, the fact that she looks like she's in a sailor suit is sort of weird. She's not really. Like she just like has a tie. Like she's just wearing
Also,
robes and she
Lin
has a
Dayu
tie.
isn't in a sailor suit.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I think this one ribbon is just sort of poorly placed to make her
It just
look.
doesn't need to be there.
But I mean like, the robe looks nice. I love the sort of the light um what am I looking for? Oxidization on the blade
Oh
of
yeah, I
her
love that
glaive.
rainbowy effect.
Um, and between these two images, you get a quite a solid idea of what this weapon is. You get to
You
see
get
the
to look at all the
test. You get to
weapons.
look at all the weapon. Um, I feel like she looks nice. This bottle gourd actually looks amazing. Look at how it's like
Yeah, it's so
cracking.
textured.
Yeah. It's just like I don't know. I like this image of her. And I like this background. But like something about this whole piece just like does not come together. Um
It looks like it's from a different gotcha game.
yeah, it feels like, it feels like you're in photo shoot mode in Super Smash Brothers. Um
100%.
and you've picked a cool background and you've picked a cool guy and you've like posed the guy on the background and it doesn't not work, but it's just like it's
You are
not a
still playing
coherent
Super Smash
image. Yeah.
Brothers.
This is her trophy. This is the Ryoshu trophy. She's kind of posed like a Super Smash Brothers trophy. Um just sort of like
And then
neutral
just
cool.
like briefly to get over it, I don't like her sprites.
Uh-huh.
I don't like her sprites. I think her posing is weird and stiff. I think she relies too heavily on what actual Dayu sprites are,
Sure.
and that makes her suffer for it. And also, it's never, ever, ever clear in these images that she has long hair,
Uh-huh.
and so it pisses me off that they gave her long hair.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, it isn't. I mean, you can see that she has a
Specifically,
different
long hair that's
hairstyle.
chopped in the same way as her hair normally is, which is not evident at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind. Um, I don't mind her sprites as much. She has a sort of nice sort of groundedness to the way that she moves.
Mm-hmm.
She feels sort of bodyguard-y. Um,
Yeah.
in the way that she sort of like even when she does her big like jump up and spins, she like lands in a very solid pose. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I do wish that like I don't know. I feel like the color balance of her outfit is a little weird. The robes
Yeah.
are so gray that it makes the bits of saturated color pop so much, which is kind of a fun effect, but I wish that the robes were just like a little bit more blue. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know. The whole thing kind of pisses me off.
Uh-huh.
It's sort
Pissed
of
off.
like doesn't come together as well as I wish it did.
But you never get to see her sprites anyway because she's always in her egg.
She's always in her egg, so you don't actually get to see her.
Yeah, which is so it's fine.
So it's basically
So
fine.
basically it's fine. She's in her egg.
Can we talk about one of the funniest guys they've ever invented?
Yes! Oh my god.
It's lobotomy, ego, faint, aroma, and solitude Ryoshu, which is another lobotomy Ryoshu, but based around basically entirely the fact that both Old Lady and Alryun suck.
She
It's
is
so
like
fucking funny to me. I think she's so funny. She comes into fucking Merceau's victory line to go like Alryun broke out again.
The thing that I like
And
about
it's
these
so
is
funny. I love her lines that are like, when I perform a good work, all Ryun breaks out. When I perform a bad work, all Ryun breaks out. Yes, that's her check passed and check failed. Work result good. Manager, all Ryun's gonna break containment soon. Work result bad. It's gonna escape again.
uh-huh.
Sorry, I just really like her.
Uh-huh.
They make a bunch of the lobotomy guys specifically for people who enjoyed Lobotomy Corporation too much.
Uh-huh.
And that's me.
One thing I like about this ego is that we were talking in some previous image um about how you can't humiliate Ryoshu. Oh, we were talking about in the maid image. Like, you can't just, like, put her in a maid outfit and that's humiliating unto itself. And so you can't do, like, you can't do magical girl Ryoshu and that's humiliating in the same way that that's sort of, humiliating and objectifying for Don Quixote.
Yeah,
But
it's not scary when you do it to
the
Ryoshu.
same effect here in a different way.
Yeah.
Which is just by putting her in this fucking Saul Goodman ass, like, pink and teal with fluffy bits suit. And so, like, it's not even necessarily feminizing. It just makes her look like a goofy fucking idiot.
It makes her look more like a man.
Yeah, but just sort of like
and in a bad way.
A dumbass. Yeah, she looks like a dumb bad lawyer.
She's got the fucking Reagan Arataka pink tie thing going on, where it's like, I'm a man, but I'm cool about it. But you're not. You're not at all cool about it.
Making Ryoshu your quirky uncle is like the worst thing that you could do to her. I also
she has the fucking solitude ego gift from working with old lady too much, but wearing those round dorky ass glasses would be an absolute aura loss for her.
She looks like.
Can you tell I've been like engaging with too many fucking Gen Alpha memes lately, saying things like mogged and aura loss. So she wears them on a chain around her neck.
Yeah. She looks like that scene in My Cousin Vinny where his suit gets covered in mud, so he has to go to court in this stupid suit.
Yeah.
That all being said, which was all positive, I think that this image fucking owns. I think this image is so good. Funny.
This image has everything. This image has the old lady containment unit in a more interesting form than it appears in the actual game, which I appreciate. You can see old lady in it, so it's very, very clear what's happening. The creeping black fog, which is an important part of what her deal is there, and you can see Ryoshu fully and clearly with all of her various accoutrements.
Yeah, and I mean, she looks great. Like, this suit is, like, perfectly rendered. The radio looks great. Her black cigarette is awesome. And it's
her
just
fourth match flame cigarette, solitude glasses, and then the radio is from fucking 1 point whatever hertz.
I feel like we've had a couple Ryoshus in a row where she hasn't really had that much of a facial expression, but we've generally given it a pass for, like, sort of mood and framing. In this one, she is like she is expressing so much emotion. She's like,
she's so pissed.
Fucking hate it here. She fucking hates it here. This, like, angry head tilt as if she's, like, pretending to listen. Her hands on, like, if you dangle your fingers over the arm of your chair, her fingers are clearly, like, very slightly bent inward. And it's like and like the old lady's hand is positioned such that it looks like she is reaching. It's not even that they're slightly bent inward. It's turned slightly away from old lady. You can see it's, like, on the diagonal of the chair arm. The old lady is like reaching for her hand, and she's like, "I fucking hate
No.
you."
Absolutely not.
Stories that never cease. It's just like, it's so fucking, the color contrast between her bright pink. This is what was missing in like Spider Bud or Spider Ryoshu, like up Taiwan.
Yeah.
Is like the contrast between like the old lady like black and red and sepia tone, and the Alrune just like bright dull sort of pink and teal. Is so fucking funny.
Also, shout outs to the Alryun ego suit looking better in Limbus Company than it does in the Botany Corporation.
It looks so good.
It's one of the easiest ones to like touch up, I think, because it already has such a clear and obvious character to it. But even just treating it as more of a full object than it is in that game does a lot. And I really like these little like ceramic swirls on one arm to indicate the whole like broken doll thing. It's quite good.
Yeah, and we'll get there, but I think they do Alrene's weapon amazingly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have much more to say. I mean, even like there's already petals sort of swirling around her, which I guess is maybe like the black smoke pulling them off of her jacket. And you can see a couple of them have like settled in her hair, which is also kind of like humiliating for her. She just has to sit there while like she's covered in shit. And again, it's like, you know,
too much fucking shit on me.
If you do too much old lady work, you just get like paralyzed, right? It doesn't do much.
No, yeah.
She doesn't even insta kill you or anything.
It's if you don't work with her enough, she fills the room with, she hotboxes you.
Yeah, but even when you get hotbox, you just get sort of like, and so there's this sort of
it just does a bunch of white damage to you, and then you have to just sort of stand there.
Yeah, and so there's this like obligation, like I fucking hate my job. It's such a good image.
She's so good. I think it's awesome that they lean into how much of Lobotomy Corporation is just like, God, this pisses me off. This whole situation sucks so much for me. Anyway, in this one, it's like also a 5. I'm really on the extremes of mommy time today. It's also a 5 because that's grandma.
True. Hang on. Alrune Ash says that's a 5. She's working at the old folks' home. And
then I think her Uptie 3 actually looks really good.
The rare Lobocorp Uptie 3 that looks good.
It's crazy. I mean, it's like it's a weird one because it has so many VFX on it, and I just complained, like I crashed out about how many VFX were on the last one. But like I think it's really good because it's really clear what's happening, and you can see literally all of her. You can see her from the end of her pants legs to the crown of her head. There she is. She's blasting through a fucking amber dusk guy with her awesome crossbow and bullet combination. And you can see the guy, you can see the big hole she blasted through it. The action lines lead you very clearly to what is happening, and then the ever-present constant flower petals don't feel too out of place with that. Also, you get to see her holding both this goofy fucking crossbow and just a revolver.
Yeah, I love how this crossbow looks. I love this massive just plume of petals / feathers like at the front.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is.
It's just like it gives it. It's so nicely balanced. I love how these.
I love how rough and like I love how rough the string is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love so much. I love what they did to the Lobotomy Corp crossbow designs, which we've seen a couple of. Is like there's no bolts. Like it's not strung.
Yeah.
It's not stringing anything. It's just sort of like the concept of a crossbow. But yeah, the thing is that like the particle effects in this, they don't detract from the point because like they are the point. This image is like Also, aside, I love that she's doing like she's doing like a teenager squat.
Yeah.
She's doing the Slav squat. Um,
I do not understand what is like happening spatially in this image. It just looks like she's like surfboarding on the Walpurgis-Nacht border.
uh-huh. But like the point of this image is like I've fired both of my magic guns and now they're making a magic singularity. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what's happening. She's like I love the way that she's looking at her stupid magic singularity, but she's also like reticent. She's like hiding her face. She's like
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to see if it worked. She's like sort of ready to run away, but like, she's really focused. She's like in a defensive posture, but she's not in a defensive posture against this guy. She's in a defensive posture against this thing that she has done.
Yeah,
Um,
against the blowback of
and
her
like,
big fucking magic bullet,
it is
but not that
it
one.
is just sort of like a big swirl of color energy, but it's a pretty like,
Mm-hmm.
it's a pretty effective looking swirl of color energy. I like looking at it
Yeah, I
sort of
mean,
tear this bug to pieces from the inside out.
it helps that you can see the inside coming out of this big bug, which,
Yeah, you
I'm
can
huge
you can
on.
see that it's a bug, and you can see the like globules of soda that are flying off of it. um
Mm-hmm. Bong bong.
Bong bong. I don't
Sorry, that's
know,
bun bun.
it's just like
I
solid.
It is. I also want to point out the way that the pink and teal effect reflects onto her hair shine. It's pretty
Yeah,
good. Also, the
absolutely.
trivia points out that this random guy in the background who's also attacking this thing is wearing all around helper gear, which is crazy because I could not possibly have deduced that.
That's really funny. I mean, if I look at him long enough and I think about it hard enough, then I could figure it out, but that's
What
funny.
ego gear is white? It's like, it's all around helper or like fucking some white knight shit, I guess. But
White Knight Ego Gear is like crazy though. Um,
yeah. Quick glance at her sprites before we move
they're
on.
fine. They're nothing special, but they're fine.
I like her
Um,
hurt sprite where she's just pissed off.
I, in my opinion, and I'm sort of not super up on Limbus Company. I have barely any Kanto 9 IDs. But this is maybe the craziest ID that I'm aware of from a gameplay perspective. She literally gets to do 2 to 3 bonus attacks
Yeah.
every turn, and the bonus attacks that she do like um lead into her doing more bonus attacks. She's so stupid.
Please
She
look at her skill 1-2 animation where she literally shoots from the hip.
Yeah, it's legit. Pow.
Can I be honest? Pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
It's dorky as fuck.
Yeah, and I do like her attack animations where she gets to do a little dual wielding. Um
Mm-hmm.
does she have any
Also, apparently, this bonus art that they posted of Faint Aroma Ryoshu on her birthday is a reference to Jujutsu Kaisen. I haven't seen that.
Sure, that's fine. I don't understand why they have the art backgrounds
Oh, that's why you can
for the
tell it's all around
Walpurgis.
helper, is because when Ryoshu isn't there, you can see that it's the all around
Yeah.
helper weapon.
When Ryoshu isn't there,
Weird.
this image is still sort of weirdly fine. Like
Yeah, even the
unpolished.
parts that they deliberately didn't draw because she was going to be in front of them.
Unpolished, but it's still kind of a nice composition. Um
Uh-huh.
anyway, great high value Ryoshu.
You want to move on to a Ryoshu that we have to say things about?
I mean, we have to say things about all Ryoshus. I don't know why
That's
you
true.
would
That's
say
the
that.
sort of the conceit of the
Yeah,
podcast.
that's what the podcast
But we
is
have to
about.
say some certain things about Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu.
Okay, here we are.
Here we are. It's Blade of the House of Spiders Ryoshu. I'm going to need you to navigate down to the bottom of this page, past all of the many, many pieces of trivia text and passive and skill text, to acquisition/miscellaneous images. And then you can see a thing which they have never done before, as far as I'm aware. Identity Story Art 1.
Uh-huh. they have done identity story art before, but like not
Oh, it was for like Lord Honglu, right?
not this good and not this bespoke. Like this is just like a
Yeah.
full piece of art.
This is a full
Um,
piece of art. One, it's slightly less polished than the normal stuff they do because it doesn't have all of the lighting effects applied to it, but it still has a bunch of VFX applied to it because that's basically her entire shtick.
um,
Um, Three, it looks better than her Up Taiwan.
it looks fucking great. I really like this image. Like I think that she is super clear. First of all, I appreciate so much that um there in her season ID, she is Arya, like specifically.
Mm-hmm.
They put her in what we affectionately what we on the podcast affectionately refer to as the lesbian suit.
That's
Um,
her lesbian
that's
suit.
her lesbian suit. I can't quite explain to you why this is the lesbian suit if you don't look at it and know instinctively. Something about the
Mm-hmm.
triangles is just like the triangles motif
Yeah.
is just makes it like the
It makes
lesbian
her like
suit.
sort of like an evil leader of a super corporation who's also a
Exactly.
hashtag girl boss, which is a lesbian thing to be.
Yeah. She's a lesbian corpo. Um
Mm-hmm.
but like I think her face is awesome in this one. The
Yeah.
the
Oh my God.
bruised eye is like everything to me. And just like the way that the blood drips like give she has no expression on her face, but the blood drips give her expression. Like she is crying out
Mm-hmm.
of one eye, her mouth is downturned just from the blood dripping down it. Her hair is super messy and fucked up. Um she is like she's in a pretty neutral pose, but you can see that her hands are super tight around this sword. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's good. And then if this was a real piece of ID art, she would probably be larger in the frame, but like the background
Yeah,
of this,
that's the main reason why this isn't a main piece of art, I think, is just like she's too small. But I
yeah,
like it. I like her at this scale.
I do. Yeah, I wish they drew sort of like smaller and fuller images of guys more. I wish they were willing to do
Yeah.
this. But you can see in the background it leaves space for like all of the fucking swords from the
Oh my
guys.
God.
You can
It's so awesome. I love that this is like simultaneously her entanglement shit and also Rien's infinite store of ink weapons
uh-huh.
that are kind of in the background here. I think that here's the thing. I knew in my heart of hearts that whatever the season ID for Ryoshu was, it was gonna kind of look like shit. Because both Shiomi and Arya look kind of like shit.
uh-huh.
Um, just intrinsically, that's what's fucking happening, is that they look like shit.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I am impressed by how much I like this image, even though she's covered in shit.
Uh-huh.
We will get to the actual images later, but I appreciate like the various after images of her doing cool stuff. I really like these fucking pinky symbol knot things that fucking spiral around the image, these like white floral signet things.
Uh-huh.
I love the like I mean I love this in game as well, but I love the after images of the Arayashiki strikes that hang on the screen. And I love the way that she looks the viewer directly in the eye.
Yeah.
It's really cool. I think she ends up looking really cool in an image that's full of shit. And honestly has no right to look like that.
Yeah, and it's just like it's just well balanced. Like she is as clear as she needs to be in this image for them to fuck it up this much. And it's genuinely quite thoughtfully done. And Ash, before we move to the actual images, I have good news for you, which is because I
Okay.
like this image so much, and it's also the only one where you can actually see her. This is the image. Oh my god, sorry. This is the image by which we are judging her mommy number.
Oh, thank God.
I
Did
know,
you actually
right?
do this for Julie?
Yeah, you can, but like you understand why I couldn't do the other images.
Oh, no. You can't do the main images because she isn't real. I mean, you can see her like fine in the we'll get to it.
How
Mommy score in
mommy
this
is
image,
she?
she is older than her own mom is the context of this one, generally
Well,
speaking.
she just got out of the S.A.V. that made her old, so.
She just got out of the S.A.V. that made her older than her mom. And I just can't see this lesbian suit with all the context I have in this world and not be like, that's mommy.
She's raising like 3 beautiful, awful corpo daughters that she like grew in a
Yeah.
vat.
And yeah, they're all daughters and they all look the same.
Uh-huh.
They're just at like slightly different ages.
Uh-huh.
They have perfectly straight hair and they only wear white.
Yeah. So what number are we thinking?
6.
6. Let's fucking go. The full mommy.
The full mommy.
I mean, I don't know. This is kind
I
of
mean,
like
is
an
there
image
anything
where
else that could
she is a
possibly be
mom.
considered the full mommy?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now let's talk about the actual images, which are
Worse.
worse. Okay.
Can we talk about the uptight 3 first? I know this is a weird request to make.
It's sure.
I just like this is just something I need.
Uh-huh.
Personally.
Okay. Whatever makes you happy, babe.
I just want to talk about the uptight 3 first because then we can end on an image where we get to look at her. You know?
Uh-huh.
It would piss me off too bad to go straight into numbers after looking at the uptight 3.
Uh-huh.
The uptight 3 isn't a real image. The uptight 3 is an increasingly rendered portion of one of the final cutscenes from Kanto 9.
Uh-huh.
It's not an image of a guy, it's an image of a thing happening.
It's an image
and
of
that
a
thing that's
concept
happening
incinerator.
Isn't meaningfully, it just isn't anything.
Uh-huh.
It's contextless, it's nonsense, it's just sort of like, it just pisses me off that it looks like this. They've given her a bunch of after images that overlay over her body in a way that makes it impossible to tell where she is or what is happening. Her hair is everywhere and too much. The, like, characteristic thing about this scene from Limbus Company, the hit scene where she becomes the concept incinerator, isn't even really meaningfully happening, which is to say, being able to see all the sword slashes.
Uh-huh.
Instead, it just turns into a bubble of pink, blue, and white. Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
It just... The sword isn't even drawn. Like, what's happening?
Uh-huh.
I don't even understand. I don't know. She looks not like Ryoshu, which is fine because she's Araya, I guess. But, like, it's sort of fucked up. Like, her hair is partially cut. She has continuity with the previous images in the sense that she's bleeding from one eye and she's got cuts on the other side and she's bleeding from the mouth. And I get that, but like, God, this image is nothing. They put her in the crystal. You know?
I have things to say about this image.
Go ahead.
Are slightly more real.
Okay.
There's like one thing that this image does really well that I wish it actually leaned into more, which is that in the center of all of this bullshit, and I have things to say about the bullshit, in the center of all of this bullshit, her face is crystal clear, and you can see her like blank, downturned expression, mouth slightly open, looking like genuinely like lobotomized. And that's good. That's good. This is a great starter. I genuinely I think from that starter, I think that this image could do to be more fucked up in a more interesting way. Like, if you're gonna do
Why
this...
did my voice go out when I said that? Yeah.
Like, if you're gonna do this thing where, like, her last vestige of humanity is, like, this eye in the storm, I feel like, can I tell you, like, a weird problem that I have? Her face is super clear. Her sword is relatively clear, which makes sense. You know, it's cool in the context of all of the ID images that this is the only ID in which she is, like, actually wielding a Ryoshiki. But, like, for example, I actually think that it's kind of bad that you can, like, see this leg super well. I feel like this leg is very well rendered so that you can see that she's got the lesbian leg belts, the LLBs.
The LLBs.
The LLBs for her LLC.
That's true.
Can that be the episode title? We
I liked that
haven't
one a
come
lot.
up with anything. It needs to be an acronym, but it has to be real. But, like, okay, so keep this design element in mind. We want, like, the sword visible and her face visible. We, like, don't really need to see the outfit because the outfit is already in the uptie one. We already know what it is. If that's the case, like, I think you're right on the main thing, which is that we should be able to see the sword slashes. Like, can you?
I wish the sword was unsheathed. Also, it's pissing me off that it's not.
Like, can you imagine how? Like, it would be wild. It would be crazy. It would be a crazy thing to do. But can you imagine this image? Of just, like, her face and the vague shape of her body amidst, like, genuine, just, like, thick brush strokes of, like, white acrylic, just, like, genuinely whiting out most of the
thing
image.
They do for the, like, Ryoshu memory scenes in Kanto 9.
Yeah, that would go crazy, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that they, like,
they eschew this to put her in the crystal.
They just, like, this is a problem with a lot of things, I think, which is I think Limbus Company is begging to have really hyper stuff. This is why the Kurokumo clan always just, like, look better than everyone else, because Limbus Company as an art style and sort of just, like, in concept, is, like, begging to have more interesting visual effects. And yet everything...
They bought this effect set. They bought this set of Photoshop brushes for $5.
I know everyone has to
and they're gonna get their money back.
But it's, like, especially in the ID art, they just, like, they need to do this, like, bullshit, like, pseudo-realistic sort of, like, rendering of, like, beams of energy, a thing that isn't real. And
it sucks.
And it just, like, it drags them down.
It sucks every time.
So much, so often. I see the vision of this image so hard. Like, there's even, like, there's this screenshot, you're right, like, in the Limbus Company story where she's, like, surrounded by the slashes, but the well-renderedness of the slashes is so important, and it's just like, I don't need to be able to see her body. We have other pieces of art for that. And I don't even really need to see the sword, because it kind of isn't an interesting sword. I just need to see the sword slashes. And you just can't. And it's bullshit. And it's like,
the crystal.
Come on, man.
Because she's in the crystal.
She's in the crystal.
She's in the Pride crystal.
ITC. She's in the Pride crystal.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Rihanna.
Can the title of this episode be Happy Pride?
HP.
We come up with something to extend Happy Pride into. Anyway,
we'll have we'll figure it out.
I'm too mad at this image, frankly, because I think it's fine if they want her to be almost invisible in the uptie 3. It's an effect from the game, and I can respect that. It's just that she's completely obscured in entirely the wrong way.
Yeah, I respect.
And it makes me mad.
It's sorry, hang on. Do I have a napkin around? Sorry, I spilled melted ice cream bar all over my desk. Why have I napkin? Is this a napkin? No, that's not a napkin. Fuck. Okay, well, I'll deal with this later. Anyway, where were we?
We can move back to the uptie 1.
Cool. This one is fine, but I genuinely don't understand what's happening.
This one is preferable to the previous one in many ways. But you're right. It's a mess. It's
what
really frustrating.
Okay, I guess this action line is her like swinging her like blue D.H.M.S. sword, which like
her blue sword is visible in this image,
but like
she's wielding it upright.
The thing that is like, oh, is she just like holding it? I don't.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah, and it's like her. Okay. Here's what I always thought was going on, is that she was sort of like at the end of the swing, and this blue line was like
so bad.
That's why I thought that this image looked bad. I mean, I still am sort of whatever on it.
It
but
still
like,
looks kind of bad.
It still looks kind of bad. Why
it's better that she's just holding it.
Why? Wait, I'm trying to like figure out what's going on. Oh, is it like the D.H.M.S. is sort of like, oh, she's sort of like transposed over her in this sort of like digital glitch way. The amazing digital circus. Can we call this episode T.A.D.C.?
And it stands for
T.A.D.C.T.R.D. The Amazing Digital Circus Transgender Ryoshu Discourse.
No!
You were just talking about how she's in the transgender bubble.
She is. She's in the crystal.
That's where they put Jax in the Amazing Digital Circus. They kill them and then put them in the transgender crystal. And
also,
like,
the lighting on her black suit in this image does make it look like a tie-dye Pride
Happy
jacket.
Pride.
Happy Pride.
Okay,
that's
so
why I'm saying the title of this episode needs to be Happy Pride.
We'll figure it out. Well, you know what? We'll cap this one with like with an episode titled Jam Sesh, where we come up with the perfect acronym. For now, though,
her facial expression actually kind of pisses me off here. Just because I don't think it's done very well. I appreciate that it's trying to make Ryoshu emotive for the first time ever, a thing which she needs to be in this image. Yeah. I understand. She doesn't need to have the sort of like hard stare that she does in the previous image we were looking at, the identity story one. But in this image, her mouth is slightly open and she's crying, which is fine in theory. I don't think it's done well in practice. I just think that her open mouth looks awkward and weird, and I think that the tears make very little impact on the image as a whole because of all the shit that's going on. Yeah, you can barely tell that she's crying.
The thing about this open mouth is that this open mouth makes her feel like a talk sprite. She looks like she's asking you what you want from Tim Hortons.
The open mouth makes her feel like Gudetama.
Yeah. And it's like,
she's a mascot.
I don't know, man. I feel like
her eyes are in there. That's where she sees out of.
Her like I feel like her body dynamics are weird. Like I feel like this pose is kind of weird and awkward. Like I don't know.
This is her lesbian power pose.
This is the lesbian power pose. Take note, lesbians. Take note, Cyberpunk CEO lesbians.
Yeah, her body dynamics are weird because her waist is snatched as hell and suddenly
Waist is
she has
so
breasts.
snatched, and she has boobs. But it's also the way that, like, okay, even if I interpret this as her just like holding the sword, which I genuinely have a hard time doing, and I think part of it is that there's so much blur and shit happening on this sword that it looks like it should be in motion. It
Yeah.
looks like there's motion lines on it, but it's not in motion, and it drives me kind of
So
crazy.
much of this is just visual digital gore.
Um, but like, look at her left arm, right? It looks like her shoulder is up, um, which I think is just like a perspective thing. Plus this like weird like
Mm-hmm.
padded shoulders. I do love the padded shoulders. But
Shoulder
like it
pads,
just like
baby.
she looks. I don't know. Her posing looks weird, even though in theory it's super
Yeah, I
neutral.
mean, you should be able to see more of her arm, is the problem. I understand that it's bent because she's holding onto the sheath, but it, like, is bent really awkwardly behind her already too thin body. It's, like, very strange.
I keep I like this is Ivy's misconception image. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I um I keep looking at the like I don't remember what this actually is, but this like knot thing, is this hair or is this just like a knot of fabric that comes off of the Dihui star?
Oh.
Um
Yeah, that's just knotted fabric, but I don't remember what the context of it is.
um yeah, but I keep looking
I
at
keep
that.
facing away from my microphone because I get distracted
Uh-huh. I keep looking at
by
that
being mad.
and thinking that she has like a weird snake arm because it starts at her shoulder and then it like builds
Uh-huh.
its little sort of digital shoulder, the amazing digital shoulder, and then it sort of like goes off of that and down, and her right arm is so obscured. I'm like, is her left arm this digital piece of, and it's no, but it's
Mm-hmm.
just like, I don't know, man. And if you look at the background for too long, it's like it's crazy. It's just like what. They just sort of put
Yeah.
stuff. They're just like, grab my stuff brush and just go burp 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 burp.
Here's the thing. I think that you could do this well if you wanted to, that you could do this like super hyper post processed, like digital artifacting gore that they want out of this, and you could do that in a way that looks good and still achieves the same effect. They have gotten themselves married to doing it in a way that obstructs the visual because that's what happens in the story for reasons.
Uh-huh.
Um, and I get it, but I will not forgive it
What the,
for looking like that.
why does
I
the,
think you could do like the bottom right of this image where reality just descends into a blur of shapes and colors. You know the one. Um I think if you execute that kind of effect in patches around the image strategically, it looks amazing
uh-huh.
in my mind.
Sure.
Frame her with this kind of thing and don't fucking obscure important parts of the image you're making with just artifacting gore that makes it harder to look at it because you want this.
You want it so bad.
Because you want it so bad.
I've
I know that Project Moon knows how to do a glitch effect that looks good. I've seen him.
seen him do
I
it.
sees it.
Are you done?
Anyway, I'm done.
Okay. I've discovered I've discovered a new controversy. Um, it's if you go down to acquisition slash misc images, and then
Uh-huh.
full screen and watch her up tie 3 animation,
Okay.
and I'll point out a couple things. One, these slash effects that they put over the screen are like comically terrible. It's really
Yeah.
funny, actually.
Maple leaves.
But look at how fucking clear this image and composition is suddenly.
I know.
Look at how much she has a body suddenly.
You can see her and she's visible and she has a body. It's the tweening doesn't even look bad. It's like
Why?
the effects flash in and out of existence over her so that they're not obscuring your screen the whole time.
Yeah, and
these slash effects are even like basically the ones that they use in the cutscene, even though they look bad.
And I even don't hate how her
and it's
hair
not
looks
colored the way that it is in the flat image.
Why?
It's not the transgender crystal.
Why the flat image this? Why they do this?
Why this?
Why
this?
Why this?
You know the Whooper image that just says not this?
Uh-huh.
Not this.
Uh-huh. Okay. Great.
The amazing digital fuck up.
The amazing digital fuck up. It's great. I guess we talk about ego now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I know, right?
It's a long episode.
It's crazy. It's not. It is kind of a long episode. It kind of has
flown by for me.
Yeah. Wait. What? I genuinely thought we were at 2 hours.
It's Contempt, Awe, and Great Trichologism that we're talking about this time, right?
We can rip through these pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, we can. Contempt, Awe first.
Contempt, Awe. I made a joke.
It's the prequel to DILF.
I made a joke. Well, me and Ash were talking in the break last time. That this Ryoshu and the ID Contempt Awe Ryoshu are each other's beards.
Yes.
Because in this one, she's like, genuinely, it's kind of hyper indulgent. She's so like cool Japanese woman. She's like maximum cool alt Japanese woman in her fucking like. In her fucking like,
she's got the shades. She's got. I want to point out how cool this black leather coat is because it's got this gold trim that creeps and crackles up the back. And then she just is smoking and has really long black hair.
Yeah.
And a sword.
Oh my god.
And it's like, fuck, 2 swords even.
Oh my god, I love.
Fuck it. Also, she has transgender ribbons for no reason. Happy Pride.
I love the sword of blood that she is sheathing that is nonetheless flying out. Crazy. And it's like, oh my god.
She's standing in the cupped hands of
hands.
The god of pride.
The stare over the shoulder with the little smirk. It's like really.
This is what Yamato could look like in a better world.
Yeah, can someone send this to Valve so they can make this Yamato deadlock?
Kneeling before them with this cupped in my hands, just like Contempt Awe is cupping Ryoshu in her hands.
And it's like, yeah, I don't know. I love the way that she feels super small in these hands. And like she could be crushed at any moment, but she's so cocky. It's just like, it's really nice.
There's a bit in Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint where the protagonist of that web novel has an ability where he becomes a really good swordsman if he shrinks his body down like a whole lot. And I feel like that's what's happening with her, is she's activated her minimization and electrification ability and become the world's most powerful tiny swordswoman.
True, question mark.
This is not a reference for anyone who listens to this podcast, I think.
Anyway, it's a pretty basic image, but I think it looks good.
I mean, when it came out, it was like earth-shattering.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
This was a critical level event. I also think it's worth looking at her sprites, just because it really enhances the
sprite outfit
the degree
is
to which
crazy.
she's the
last thing I
coolest
was going to say
ever.
about the image is just the hair that is shaded red from below and gold from above is like
Yeah.
so fucking perfect. What a like perfect concept. Some like Pride Before the Fall shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
her sprite outfit is so good. This
I think her corrosion is not exceptional, but I think her like main ego outfit is fucking, it rips.
yeah, I'm trying to think of
I'm
how
glad that they ripped a sprite from The Awakening for this
I'm trying to think of
wiki
how to
page.
describe this top. But it's just like um I don't know. It's just this like
This
tight
is some
leather top.
like, yeah. I feel like this is walking in New York Fashion Week.
Absolutely, there you go. I just know there's a way to describe this garment, and it's not coming to me. She almost has like a little sort of fruity scarf made of blood.
Yeah. She's such an artiste.
Uh-huh.
The only way to make this image make her look more like an artiste is to give her a fruity little red scarf.
Uh-huh. You're right. She's at New York Fashion Week.
Yeah, 100%. And then great trichologism.
Great trichologism. Wow,
It's the mommy horror image.
Uh-huh. It's
It's the image where you eat the placenta.
Yeah, it's the image where you eat the placenta. Um, I think that this image is like fine. I kind of haven't looked at it very much because it's kind of
I know.
overwhelming, and every time I want to look at it, I sort of glance at it and I'm like, this is too overwhelming
You
to
go,
look at right now. Yeah. So
It's kind of it's got all of the basic elements of a Ryoshu, which is to say a lot of really fucked up swords, some fire, there's a bunch of red strings which are kind of strings and kind of gore.
uh-huh.
She's got the unsheathed glassy white sword. And then this big red bow, which is tied around this garment,
Yeah, the big red
is
bow
also
made
formed
of...
out of gore string.
Uh-huh.
It's like that's a Ryoshu. Also,
Yeah.
she's wearing
And she's got the like what is this?
a Shinto wedding dress.
Yeah. She's got the like she's got the Japanese wedding kimono with like the headdress that makes her look a little bit like a bride, a little bit like a ghost. I do think that the placenta headdress is crazy.
It's so good to me.
Yeah.
I think this has a lot of like good elements to it. I agree with you that it's deeply overwhelming to look at. I think it's trying to do too much. Like I think, you hit a real sweet spot with like Yearning Mircalla Don Quixote, where it's like, this does the exact thing that this is about, which is to say, she is a vampire. And that's really all. She's Carmilla. And that's really all you need to do with this. Ryoshu has a lot going on, so it makes sense that this can't, like, hit the notes as clearly. But it does feel like it's literally at a higher resolution than other images.
Yeah.
And they fit it into the same amount of space.
Yeah. And I think part of the problem
she's much
is
smaller than she should be.
I think part of the problem is that like the kind of like the overall composition of this image sort of sucks. Like it's just like it's an image that's entirely made up of lines. And I just don't feel like it ever draws your eye anywhere helpful. Like, I guess you naturally start on her face because it's a human face and it's well lit. And then it's like, okay, you follow this sword down and you end up sort of nowhere. Or you follow this sword and you end up sort of nowhere. And it's just like, it's a lot of sort of, it's a ton of lines that take up a ton of visual clutter. That despite being lines that your eye follows, just kind of dead end in the middle of nowhere. Or
Yeah, they
like
don't
at the
really
edge
lead
of the
you
frame.
anywhere.
And it's just
They're
like
meant to be like butterfly wings for her a little bit, but it's very unclear.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
It's a lot. Yeah. I don't really know. I don't know. I think conceptually there's a lot of juice here, and I particularly am fond of her like bow made of gore.
Mm-hmm.
I think part
Absolutely.
of the reason it doesn't like completely hit for me is also because like as excited as I was for Ryoshu mommy horror, um it's Shiomi mommy horror. Shiomi has the horrors of childbirth.
Uh,
Ryoshu doesn't have that shit at all.
uh-huh. Hang on. I'm gonna go look at, what is it called? Um, Tears of Tarnished Blood Honglu. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at Tears of Tarnished Blood Honglu, which is doing sort of a similar thing. And it's just like, my problem isn't even that there's less stuff on Tears of Tarnished Blood. Like, I think in theory you could make, like, There's a Billion Strings of Red look fine.
Mm-hmm.
Fine to good. You can make anything look good. I have a lot of confidence in the I think part of it might be the background, honestly, that is throwing me. The fact that the background has provides so little contrast, which with what is,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why this sword stands out so much, is 'cause it's like one of the
Mm-hmm.
only things that is not being like consumed by this red black of the background.
They
Um,
apparently love to not put Ryoshu in a physical space.
uh-huh. Yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. I wish she was like in a big womb or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know.
Why isn't she in a big womb?
Why isn't
Project
she in a big
Moon!
womb? Come
Come
on. Come
on!
on. Um,
Also, I think it's funny that the wiki hasn't figured out how to get these diacritical marks on Kasana into the font that they use for the rest of the wiki.
uh-huh. But yeah, if you look at Tears of Tarnished Blood Honglu, they're just like, there is white space in a way that there is not in this image.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it like, it doesn't even have to be white. It just has to be white space. It just needs to be blank space. It's just not any blank space. It's just like, it makes me want to
Mm-hmm.
throw up. Um, but I want it to make me I want it to make me want to throw up because of the body horror, and instead
Yeah.
it's just like kind of overwhelming.
Yeah. It makes overtures at being scary mommy, but it doesn't actually achieve them.
Yeah, I also feel like I actually I quite like the idol sprite on this one. The
The
corrosion doesn't.
corrosion idol?
No, the normal idol. Like
Oh.
I think the outfit, it looks like sort of comes together nicely. Um,
It's funny that her face kind of looks like shit in it though.
it does. Yeah, it does. That might be wiki artifacting.
Maybe.
The corrosion doesn't do it for me. The body horror they're going for is just kind of for me.
Yeah.
Um,
I think her skeleton arms are funny.
that's 'cause, yeah, she feels
The skeleton appear.
she feels funny. She like turns into a skeleton.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not really effectively like an alarming loss of personal autonomy to me. I understand that they're
Yeah,
doing a whole literary reference here, but it just doesn't really.
I don't know. Just make her a big placenta.
I don't know. Put her in a big
Just
womb.
put her in
Come
a big womb.
on.
P.A.G.
Project Moon, please.
Project Moon, please. P.H.I.B.W.
It's not a sex thing. It's about
not,
themes.
it's about themes. P.H.I.W. No, I can't. P.H.I.B.W. That's what it is.
P.H.I.B.W.
P.H.I.B.W. Okay.
Okay, numbers?
Numbers. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long episode.
It's a long episode.
I don't know why I didn't think it would be a long episode.
I don't know either.
Feels like it's gone super fast. I feel like we've been here for 1 hour.
As opposed to last time where we were like, oh.
I know, and that episode didn't even turn out to be that long. What is wrong with us? Okay, numbers. Stay focused.
Numbers.
We got a lot to get
Cuteness
through.
on Ryoshu is such a fascinating thought.
Cuteness on Ryoshu is a fascinating thought. I don't think she's a 0. I think she does too much goofy bullshit to be a 0.
Yeah. She's ultimately she is part of the in the spring fucking, oh my god, I can only think of Spring Awakening. What the fuck is it
Cultivation?
called? Spring Cultivation. In the Spring Cultivation event, she has a in the mini game she has a team up with Heathcliff, which is called FAFO, which stands for fuck around to find out.
Uh-huh.
And so like, you know,
Yeah, but she's also like,
but is that more than incidentally cute, really?
yeah, and she's also like,
Or is it just incidental that she is cute while she's doing stupid shit?
Uh-huh. She's so serious and so
Yeah.
fucking evil.
I want to say buttoned up, but she's not buttoned up.
She's
She's
not
just
buttoned up.
like, you know.
She is, I mean, like, part of her thing is that she's like maximum adult. She's adult content. She's not
Which is crazy because she's younger than Hong Lu.
right, but that's my point, is that she's not adult in the way that Gregor is adult. She's adult content. She's like, she's porn and gore.
Yeah.
And
She's sex and violence.
she's sex and violence. Yeah, that's the normal way to say it, the thing that I said.
Porn and gore is pretty good too, though.
P.A.G.
P.A.G. S.A.V.
P.A.G. S.A.V.
P.A.G. comma S.A.V.
Not bad, actually.
What I'm saying.
But, so like a 1? Like a 2?
I think it's a 1. I think she's incidentally cute while she's doing stupid shit, but mainly she is not.
She's cuter when she's interacting with her daughter, but like...
But, well, her daughter has been erased from existence.
Yeah, that's also like in flashbacks. I think a 1
She's cute when she's literally 7 years old and actively getting abused.
Uh-huh. Let's give her a 1 cute. Appeal.
Now, she is sex and violence.
Yeah, this is a problem because
Two appealing things.
We're very sex and violence-based people.
But
But?
I also, like, I lay this out there, but you have to admit, Ryoshu must fucking suck to know as a person.
No, absolutely. She sucks
You
so
cannot
much
argue
ass.
that she would be fun to hang out with or anything. She would be quote-unquote fun to hang out with in the sense that she's like that John Mulaney bit about the guy who steals antique photos.
Uh-huh.
Like, she's just, like, the most fun that you would have with her is that she's about to do something that is considered a grand felony.
I think it could be fun to watch her from afar.
Right.
But, like, also still
She's
in
the
sort
kind
of a
of person
horrified
who
way.
you hear that she will be at the party and you are interested in going so that you can, like, so that you can observe her so long as you have a designated driver.
Uh-huh.
Also, you do not hear that she will be at the party from her. You hear it from someone like 2 people down the grapevine.
Uh-huh. It's not really clear who
So,
she
like,
talks to or who she knows. She just kind of exists
there's just, like,
as this, like...
she appears.
Yeah. The Ryoshu appears.
The Ryoshu appears.
Yeah. But also...
Opening offer 3.
She's porn and gore.
Because
I'm thinking about how much
I think
these
I could
two
go
things
lower, but
balance.
not higher.
Yeah, I would not go higher. I'm considering whether I want to bar you lower.
It's like my argument for 3 is that her absolute like dirtbaggery contrasts in such a way with her like being the hottest and scariest woman you know.
Uh-huh.
In a way where it's like they don't cancel each other out, they are just equally true.
Uh-huh. I'm feeling 2, but I'm trying to see if I can come up with a good reason.
More than
for it.
incidentally appealing.
Uh-huh. No, I actually think that part of the thing is that, like, you know, in the real world, even in the real world of the city, where like killing people is somehow a job that like half the population has, even though that makes no
Mm-hmm.
sense. Even in the context of the
There are some
city,
office workers.
she's still like terrible to be around. Like
Yeah.
terrible.
People actively dislike
Like
her and are freaked out by her.
horrible to be around. Um
It's funny
just
that we go from Ryoshu into Merceau in terms of like Kanto order,
uh
because Ryoshu is like, here's a guy that no one likes and it sucks to be around. And Merceau is also a guy who no one
uh-huh.
likes. And then Otis is also a guy no one likes, and Faust is also a guy no one likes. So really we're heading into the most exciting part of the year.
Uh-huh. Um
Sorry, you were saying.
I it's like in the abstract, I feel like she's a 3 because she is
Mm-hmm.
just like she is just like a
From our position.
she's an exploitation movie personified. That's her whole
Yeah.
bit. And going to
She's a snuff film.
going to she's not a snuff film, I don't think.
She's kind
Snuff
of a snuff film.
well, I want to be very specific with language because I think a snuff film is like intense on a level that is different. I think she's an exploitation film. I mean, if she was a snuff
Sure.
film, I think she would be a 2. I think as an exploitation film, she's a 3. You know what I mean? Um,
I don't know how much you want me to engage with you about what the difference is between an exploitation film and a snuff film.
not much, but like,
A snuff film being a mythological category of film in which a real person dies on screen,
uh-huh. Yeah.
which I feel like is pretty categorically Ryoshu.
Well, here's the thing. Well, this is the difference, right? If you exist in Ryoshu's worlds, interacting with her, she is a snuff film. From our
Mm-hmm.
perspective, she's an exploitation film.
Because there's no real people to die on screen.
Yeah, exactly. And
Sure,
so
sure, sure.
is she a 2 or is she a 3?
That's the question.
Great.
I'm gonna make you decide.
Okay, that's fair. Um,
I'm always deciding shit.
sure. That's fine. I can decide.
Although I feel like I've said this now in like 3 different episodes, such that it's no longer true.
I don't care. You can say whatever you want. I want her to be a 2, I think.
Okay. 1, 2.
1,
Great
2.
start. Numbers are not a measure of quality.
No.
Clearly. Kinsey scale number.
I have an opening pitch, but I know that you had thoughts on this. I have an opening bid.
No, I think you should go.
I have an opening bid. It's not really a pitch. It's
Okay.
a bid.
Bid and then sell it to me.
My opening bid is 5.
Okay.
I think Ryoshu embodies an extremely I think Ryoshu's story of motherhood embodies an extremely like a lesbian kind of experience
Mm-hmm.
of kind of like having very intense relationship with your birth mom in which you're both constantly in which you're both constantly trying to like replicate her because she's the only woman that you know who's cool and also distance yourself from her because she's your mom and also she sucks and then like adopting a daughter or ending up in some sort of like non-time blood relations, um, taking care of a child and being
Mm-hmm.
like, this is going to be, different.
Mm-hmm.
I actively wanted to do it this way so that like we could not be burdened by this, and then ending up sort of burdened by that anyway. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And
Yeah.
also, I just feel like she can't be a 6 because I think Don Quixote and Ishmael sort of can be the only 6 women. Um, but like, I don't know. I just feel like giving her a 4 is kind of weak.
That's fair.
Sorry, bisexuals, you're
I
weak.
I see your point completely, and I agree with you that I think fundamentally Ryoshu is a lesbian.
Uh huh.
Um, I think like there are many reasons why Ryoshu is a lesbian. One of the base reasons why Ryoshu is a lesbian is that she is a weird gender non-conforming woman who is consistently punished for aspects of her like womanhood and also ways that her womanhood conflicts with her like personality.
Uh huh.
um and that's a lesbian baby. um so like, above a 3. I also agree with you on like a really superficial level that 4 feels weak. um I think I might believe that 4 is more true, if only because I think, like, Ryoshu is a lesbian for, like, women and woman adjacent gender freaks, um, which doesn't fit onto the Kinsey scale nicely anyway, but I think is broad. Um, but like, I do feel like it reduces the degree to which she is like just a lesbian if we put her at 4. And I do agree that Ishmael and Don Quixote are 6s.
Uh huh. I
Sort of categorically, whereas Ryoshu doesn't have that kind of categorical lesbianism. I mean,
yeah.
categorical lesbianism, yes, but not categorical woman-loving womanism.
Uh huh. Yeah. Not to divulge us divert us even further in an episode that's already very
Mm-hmm.
long. But at a semi-public social event recently, I was playing a game of mahjong at a table, and at the table over, people were having a loud discussion, a sort of like not not gender conforming lesbian was having a loud discussion with several men about what a lesbian was. Um, and I feel like Ryoshu, I feel like Don Quixote's kind of an old school lesbian. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Ishmael's kind of in the middle. I feel like Ryoshu's kind of like a new school lesbian,
Yeah.
where she's like, I kind of hate men, in part because I have 5 dads and they all suck, even if
Mm-hmm.
some of them are women.
Even 2 of them being women.
Yeah, they're still my dads,
They're still
Um,
her dads.
and one of them is my
She
mom.
does in the Blade of the House of Spiders uptight story say like my dads and moms, and I'm like, no.
There's actually kind of an interesting relationship with Shiomi, where she kind of likes Shiomi as a mom and doesn't like Shiomi as a dad. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I
She
don't
has
know.
5 dads and 1 mom, but one of the moms is also a dad. Or one
Yeah,
of the dads is the mom.
but when she's having a mom time with Shiomi, she's like, we're smoking a cigarette together and that's cool. When she's having
And
dad
Shiomi's
time
like,
with
I hate your ass so bad.
Shiomi and she's like beating her for her sword forms, then she's like, I hate
Uh-huh.
my dad. Um,
Yeah. I love my mom. I hate my dad. My
yeah.
mom hates me. My dad also hates me.
Yeah, anyway. But she's like a new school lesbian, and I think new school lesbians tend to fall at a 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. 125.
125.
This is just like in... No, I shan't say it.
I'm trying to think of someone else a 125?
No, this is just like in Deltarune.
Oh. I hate you. I'm never doing this podcast again.
Don't forget.
1,
Deltarune
2,
Chapter 5.
2. Anyway, sorry. Loud guitar breaking noise. Okay. And now it's time for our...
Says something in yellow text that makes you blush.
Uh-huh. Woo. Now it's time for the main attraction, which we will do very quickly, and then we will stop so that we can go to bed.
Oh my god, the episode is so long.
It's fine. Something will be probably around 3 hours square.
Yeah.
We had some preamble, and then we had a break. Where is I didn't pull this up ahead of time.
Where's Julie?
Julie! Oh, there he is.
Julie!
Open with VLC Media Player. Okay, great. It's mommy time.
Thank God.
I don't know when the next time we'll get to do a mommy time is. It's kind of scary.
I know.
She really enjoys being on the podcast. I will say that, like, by the time we did this, she was really tired.
Which is true to life.
Because we did all of
True to
this
the
in one
podcast.
session, and she was really tired. But nonetheless, here she is. I'm gonna mute my microphone and let pre-recorded Ivy take over.
Everyone say thank you, Julie.
Everyone, please send a Tumblr ask that says thank you, Julie, and then I'll send them to her. Okay, here we go. Oh, it didn't play. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. I'm back with Julie, my actual real mother, to deliver this episode's batch of mommy numbers. And I think we're just good to go, presuming that people listen to the first episode first. You ready to go, mommy?
Ready to go.
Ready to go. All right, let's just get right into it. We have District 20 Eurodivi Ryoshu. In this one, she's a Russian revolutionary.
This girl has a blessed life, eh?
She's up to a lot of stuff, certainly. In this one, she's at the market, and she's bartering to get her radio fixed. That's what's going on in this image.
Black and white. Yeah. Yeah, I could see, like, this is a precursor to, like, the Cold War look, going back in time or earlier in Russia. Nice suit jacket, that's for sure. Cool neck scarf. What is that? Is that it says you need 5 screws for a radio?
She's only got 4.
Oh. Okay.
She's bartering.
Tough position here. Yes. Like, I think she could be, a 4.
Fair enough.
Looks like she's working hard
dope.
and, trying to bring home the bacon. And be responsible, and obviously a radio,
Wait, no,
like, you need that.
on this one.
Yeah, the kid's got to stay entertained. You got to keep up on the news.
Right. And for safety reasons.
And for safety reasons.
What's going on with the revolution, and yeah, I think it's good. And those are like a box of cigars right there.
I don't know what it is. Oh, it's a box of cigarettes.
Oh, cigarettes again. It's the cigarettes. They look like
sorry.
cigars, though. They look really big.
If you look at the label, it's clearly a cigarette. But nonetheless.
All right.
So that's a 4?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. I don't know if you're going to be... I don't know if this one's particularly mommy, but I think you're going to find it interesting. In this one, she is... this is Lobotomy Ego, Red Eyes, and Penitence Ryoshu. In this one, I don't know how to describe what her job is. Her job is to interact with this big spider monster. We can call her a data analyst in this one, but of
Okay.
monsters.
Data analysts and monsters.
Yeah.
That's an interesting monster. It's like primitive almost.
Uh huh.
Uh,
It's a big
Kind
spider
of
ball. I will say
gives
that this
me like
monster is a mommy.
alien vibes for some
Uh huh.
reason.
This monster is a mommy. It's got all those little spiders that are its little, you know,
Oh,
its little
okay.
babies.
Yeah, but I mean, again, taking, controlling vermin is a mommy
Uh
task.
huh. Uh huh.
You got to defend your house.
Uh huh.
So, yeah, like a little bit less than the last one because the last one was like more calm and interactive, but this is like, what? Yeah, so I give this one a 3.
Mm, mm. Okay, fair enough. It's slightly surprising, but fair enough. Okay, next up, next up, next up. We only have 5 more to go. Hang
5
in there.
more.
Hang in
Jeez.
there. No,
Okay.
I mean, we've already done double that. Um,
Uh,
this one is Haisho Pack Bow Branch Ryoshu. In this one, she is, I guess I would call her a professional bodyguard. Um,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's a good image. I really like this image.
Yeah, I like that
The
high up
framing is really nice.
looking down. The old dystopian Asian
Uh huh.
view, Blade Runner-ish colors.
Yeah, 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 yeah. How we
Yeah.
feeling about the mommy in this one?
Oh, the mommy. Yeah, it's it's reflective and stuff.
Uh huh.
Personal. I don't know. I'll go with a 4. Like you're getting
Sure.
some emotion from her.
Uh huh.
Yes.
I
Uh,
I will say that the shot genuinely always reminds me of kind of just like leaning out the window of like our old apartment,
oh yeah, yeah,
um, like looking over the train tracks and that sort of like industrial area,
yeah.
um, below the
I could
apartment.
I could see that.
But you said 4.
Yeah, I just.
Uh huh.
I mean, yes.
I'm curious how much her mommy score would improve generally speaking if she just had bigger boobs, but nonetheless.
Yeah, that's not really the criteria. It's like
Uh
you
huh.
gotta you gotta like portray nurturing, right?
Uh huh.
And
Sure.
this is like I'm
Uh
just
huh.
not getting that vibe. Like, but women have lots of different lives.
True.
So like even if you are a
Think you woke,
mommy
Julie?
at home, you can be a not mommy somewhere else. So
True. True.
yeah.
This one is N Corp Ego Contempt and All Ryoshu.
Mm.
In this one, she's um uh a scientist. Is the
I
Okay.
best way
appreciate
to
your
describe
efforts to come
her.
up with normal job
Okay.
titles.
I think you'll be quite pleased with this image, regardless of mommy evaluation.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this image. That'd be a great poster to put on your wall.
Yeah, I know. I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah.
But the
All
mommy,
right.
how are we feeling?
Yeah, 4.
4. 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Higher than
Because
I expected.
she's like sensitive and reflective.
True.
So you could those are important
She feels like she's listening.
considerations.
Uh huh.
Yeah, like in tune with something that's
Mm-hmm.
beyond herself, and
Uh
so
huh.
those are important things when caring for children.
Uh huh. She's
Yeah,
keeping an eye out, or several eyes.
yeah, yep.
She's keeping one big eye out. Okay. But then it's brought down presumably by the scary blood hand.
There's a bloody hand.
Oh, holding the cigarette.
Let me look at it. Let me zoom in. Oh, okay. There's just a lot of red in this, right?
Yeah,
So
that's okay. So okay. Well, we can get through these last few. I can tell you're flagging. Thanks for being here. Okay, next one. This one
okay.
is Drifting Blade of Hongyuan Ryoshu. In this one, she is, I guess the best way to describe her would be a mercenary for hire,
Yeah.
as is fairly evident. How we feel about this one?
Like, I like the way she's sitting.
Uh huh.
That looks maternal,
Uh huh.
like protective and
I
close
agree.
by, except, again, the blood.
Again, I specified at the top of this recording that she is a mercenary assassin, like generously
Yeah,
speaking,
yeah.
and so
So
it's all
that's
relative.
blood is part of the business.
Blood is part of the business.
Yes, so yeah, three.
Three,
I don't
fair.
know, four, fourth, four. Okay, four.
Okay, all right. Next one.
Yep.
This is Lobotomy, Ego, Fate, Aroma, and Solitude Ryoshu. In this one, she works at an old folks' home. You can see across from her. She's having a conversation with grandma.
Oh, okay. Well, right there, she's a carer.
Uh huh. Certainly.
She's wearing pink,
She's got those glasses.
and she's got this like really cute haircut.
Uh huh.
And yeah, I could definitely see her moving. She's even got a little enhancement in the bust area. So like the artist is obviously like,
So they're trying to bring out the mommy in her.
yeah, they're trying to bring out the mommy in her for sure.
Uh huh.
And she doesn't have wraps or bloody
Right. She's
hands.
not
So
covered in.
like
She's
we're
just.
moving up. We're moving up to a 6, a good
We're
6.
moving up to the sixth. This one is the sixth.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. Hanging out with grandma is an important part of being a mom.
Yeah, that's right.
It's true.
Great. Fantastic. Are you ready for the last one?
Last one.
I
So excited.
will say, literally, in this one, she is a mommy. This is her mommy suit. But I'm not sure how impressed by it you're going to be.
Ooh.
The stunned silence is so much.
So what is her role in this?
In this one, she just sort of got into sort of a family conflict. I would say a family conflict with her parents.
Oh yeah, I can
This one,
relate.
she's the garbage disposal.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Actually, like, despite all the chaos around there, like, she does look quite feminine in this.
She does. I mean, this is a nice suit.
It's pretty. And like, what is that? All that extra looks like hair, but is it some kind of cape? Or does she have like really long hair as well?
I think she has really long hair in this one. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to give this a 6, even though it has blood-like elements. I'm not really sure if it's just swirling madness or.
She
didn't kill her parents, did she?
No comment. I will say, to maybe elaborate upon you, if you'll allow me, I will say that the bruised eye gives her sort of a protective vibe. It's a very sort of like, I'm protecting my girl sort of stance.
That's true. It's like, don't mess with me.
Don't mess with me. I'm mommy. I'm the full mommy. Don't mess with me.
Well, I can't really say she's a full mommy for me, but like,
she's a good 6.
She's a good 6. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much, mommy. Thank you for doing this. Everyone always appreciates it.
Okay.
Everyone send Tumblr asks that are like nice things that I can send to my mom, please.
Aw, nice. Yeah, send them over.
Send me messages. Send Ash messages. Nice things to say to my mom.
Yeah, I take payment in nice things.
Yeah. Payment for her services rendered.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks so much. You want to say bye to Ash?
Bye, Ash.
You want to say bye to the people?
Bye, Julie.
Bye, everyone out there.
Bye, everyone. I'll see you in the episode proper. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm back. Did I successfully turn my mic on?
Yes.
You could tell that she was getting a little tired, but
Yeah.
here's your final score. Your final score is negative 28.
Okay.
But
it could be worse.
We can average that out because there's 15 images, right? And
Uh-huh.
so that's what's 28 divided by 15.
A little less than 2.
Yeah, so you were an average of like 1.9 off, which is actually kind of crazy.
I'm goated.
That's kind of impressive now that I look at it.
Thank you.
But honestly, the fact that you and her both gave House of Spiders Ryoshu a 6, I think is like crazy. You like mind meld. I had to stop myself from freaking out like earlier in the episode when you said that, because I was like, oh my god, Ash has mind melded with my mother.
But she's mommy.
She's in her mommy suit.
That's the image where she's mom.
H.M.S. Her mommy suit.
Her mommy suit.
Her mommy suit.
Can we title this episode H.M.S. P.A.G?
Panty and Garter Belt? What's P.A.G?
Porn and gore. Her Majesty's ship, porn and gore.
What about? Well, I was already thinking P.O.G, comma, S.A.V, and then comma H.M.S.
Porn and gore, sex and violence.
Her mommy suit.
It's really good. I think we've cracked it. Just in time.
It's not quite a haiku, but it's got a certain sort of poetic rhythm to it.
Porn and gore, sex and violence. Her mommy suit.
I guess if it was her mom's suit, it would be a 353 haiku.
Sex and violence is only 4.
Sex and violence. Do you pronounce violence as 2 syllables? I guess it is. Violence. I don't know.
Sex and violence.
Sex and violence.
It's weird to pronounce it as 3.
Sex and violence. I'm so tired.
Sex and violence.
Can we go to bed now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for joining us, everyone, for Ryoshu. We'll see you. I think actually, I mean, this is sort of spontaneous podcast planning, but I think I might need to take a week off, despite the fact that
seems reasonable.
Yeah.
Your schedule's kind of fucked.
I just need a week. My schedule next week is clear, and I kind of want to keep it clear. So we might take our break week now, which, if you'll remember, at the very beginning of the year, we offset the schedule, so you can think of this as resetting the schedule. Not that this matters at all. So we're going to take a week off, and then we'll come back with a season 3, which we haven't done in literally months because so much shit happened. And then
I'm excited.
We have a bonus episode the week after that I'm very excited for.
Yay!
And then if you're just here for the Limbus Company, there will be more Limbus Company in the fucking whatever the next season is, the fall.
Yeah.
And please stick around.
Join us back here for an LCB catch up.
I'm really excited for the next LCB catch up. I really enjoyed the first LCB catch up. Okay. Goodbye, GB.
GB.